people kill me, bro. Like I'm just, so I do the interview thing, right? I interview people. I post it on Fridays, whatever. And basically what I do is I go based off like sponsored ads. I have trained my Instagram to just constantly feed me sponsored ads of artists. Bro, these niggas is weird. So I'm reaching out to you to say, hey, I would love to interview you for the radio station. Number one, how many radio stations reach out to artists?
None.
Thank you. Number two, I have 100,000 people that listen to this radio station a day. I don't need you.
Right.
I'm trying to make sure I'm constantly introducing my audience to new music and new people.
Right.
Love doing it through interview. So I hit this dude. So hit him. I say, hey, I want to interview you. It's cool. He hits me back yesterday and says, hey, brother, what's up? I'm down for an interview. I said, great. What city you from? I'm based in Pittsburgh, PA. Miami, Florida, born and raised. Never been to Pittsburgh, but I've been to Philly a few times. Loved it. Cool. I said, okay. Are you available tomorrow? It takes about an hour total. It's a phone interview. He said, nah, I can hit you up when I have time. I'll let you know.
So what you're describing exactly, by the way, we rolling right now. What you're describing exactly is literally one of my biggest problems with what I'm doing on this podcast. Like in trying to interview people with this type and style of podcast, where, and I don't know if this is what you're thinking, but in my head, it feels like the people that I'm trying to connect to either think that they're so big or that what I'm doing is so small and it ain't shit that it's like, I'll get to you, whatever, on my time or whatever. Now, granted, your radio station, you've been doing it for a long time. It's fucking huge. Yes, I'm just starting, but at the same time, you gotta check resumes. You gotta look into, who is this person? What are they doing? Like if people knew half of my resume, I would not get the attention that I get in trying to secure interviews, which I assume the same thing as you. If people knew half of your resume, they don't even need to know about the radio station exactly. But if they knew half of your resume, it wouldn't be, I'll hit you up when I get some free time, right?
That, for me, that feels a little off. I understand what you're saying. That feels a little off for me. And the reason why I say that is I come from that mind state. Doesn't matter about what you did yesterday. What are you doing now?
True.
You understand what I mean?
True.
Now, do I have credentials? Yes. Have I done things? Yes. But I don't put that ahead of, like, oh, you need to because I've done this and I've done that. No, my whole thing is this, with this person. I don't know this person. This person doesn't know me. Someone is offering me an opportunity that I haven't had.
Yeah. So that makes
Someone's
sense.
offering me an opportunity. Why wouldn't I exploit it? If nothing happens, fine. But once again, and I'll put this out to every artist out there, how many radio stations are telling you they would like to interview you?
So, all right, let me play devil's advocate here for a sec.
Go.
Let's just say I'm a rapper, I'm Joe Schmo, from around the corner, around the way, from Pittsburgh artist. And I'm coming across people that are saying they're starting ventures, right? So, I got a homie that said he started a radio station. I go over his house and he has 3 viewers. He's in his basement with, super cheap equipment, don't look good, moldy basement. And he's excited with his 3 viewers, like, yo, bro, let me interview you, and I have maybe 3 or 4 other people that I know of that are like similar that, they appear to not really be knowing what they doing. And it's like, that ain't where I'm trying to get to. Then I had this guy hit me up. It's like, yo, come on my radio station, whatever, let me interview you. And I'm thinking a real radio station, like all my friends and the people I know have been trying to get me on there. Maybe I'm decent, amongst my friend group. I'm somewhat popular. A real radio station is not going to hit me up like, yo, I want to interview you. Like, realistically, I know I'm not that big. So why wouldn't I put that in the same box as my homie who's in a moldy basement with 3 viewers or 3 listeners?
Because you're getting on your social media and you're putting out stuff and no one is responding, or very few. What's the difference?
Right.
Take every opportunity, as long as it is vetted in the sense of it is what it is. Mm-hmm. 2, I didn't ask you for no money. This wasn't costing you anything. This was literally a half hour, 45 minutes of your time.
So what you saying, what I think I'm hearing is, if you're trying to get somewhere, you need to be taking advantage of every opportunity.
Especially the ones presented to you.
Right. No matter how big or what their resume or whatever, if it's, the smallest thing to the biggest. So to go a step further, I remember I performed for, what's their name? Cali Gold. You heard of Cali Gold?
I do not.
So Cali Gold is a record label from like either Monessen or Denora, like somewhere out there, right? Pretty big, pretty popular out there. Mm-hmm. I forgot the dude's name, but he like go back and forth California or something. Gotcha. He's older. He's probably around your age, right? Gotcha. If not older. They booked me for, I want to say like an entire weekend, where it started with Club VIP in Washington. Mm-hmm. And that went to a school, an elementary school. Mm-hmm. We performed in like an auditorium, cafeteria or something like that. When we performed, it was a bunch of, I don't know, 3rd graders, 4th graders. Mm-hmm. They booked me for that, and immediately in my mind, I'm like, what? Like, my music isn't even for these kids, but like, I don't want to be here, do this. So what I did was I worked out a deal with them where I could just be the MC. Like, my music, I took it more as an opportunity and was like, rather than presenting these grown concepts to these kids, just let me get the mic, hype them up a little bit, say some funny stuff, and we do it like that. And it ended up working out for me. But my first thought was, I'm out of here. I don't want to do this. Right. And even still in that same situation, when I did Club VIP, they didn't want me to bring my DJ. And I'm like, I don't know if you understand, but like, this is what I do. I've been doing it for a long time. I'm not performing without my DJ. Correct. They gave me my DJ, DJ Fat Joe. We performed at Club VIP. The next show that we did was at Shadow Lounge. They would not give me my DJ. And I was mad. And I was spiteful for that. I ended up doing it, but I was like, look, I'm just going to be drunk. Got drunk and crazy messed up the show. Like, I was goofy on stage, made myself look bad. Definitely a regret. But to sum it all up, I understand what you're saying 100%. Like, you have to take care of those opportunities. Like, you have to, no matter what it is, find a way to make it work when you're trying to get from A to Z, right?
Correct. Now, let's go back to your story. Mm. This is something that I don't like, and I bitch about constantly. Professionalism.
Yeah.
Okay. Professionalism says, if I'm booking you and you say you have a DJ, then you have a DJ, and we make provisions for you to have your DJ. I'm booking you as an act, and everything that comes, if you'd have had dancers, they come with the act.
Exactly.
But my unprofessionalism, not being prepared for a person to be professional with me, is why I'm saying no. Mm-hmm. I don't have to pay him anymore. You come. It's not like I gotta pay you and your no. That's a part of your act. So if I'm paying you X amount of dollars to do it, I have to be prepared. Here's where your riders come in. How you booking people and ain't no riders being exchanged? Like, so I feel like certain people only see themselves at a certain status.
Yeah.
You understand what I mean?
Yeah.
No.
That's so I agree. I feel like some people put that on themselves as a certain status. In that instance, I feel like they tried to put that on me.
Correct.
Like they tried to look at me like, no, you're just a rapper.
Right. You're this.
Yeah. And I'm like, nah, dog. Like that's
this is not how
I'm like if you book in a band, it's not just gonna be, I play the piano, I need my bass player and saxophone, we just want the piano. I'm a band. Like, what do you mean?
Right, exactly.
And that's literally the argument I took to them. But their thing was they already had a DJ for the show. And they didn't want to accommodate another with the equipment.
This is what I'm saying. And that's where, still to this day, I really feel like one of the biggest problems in independent music and independent scenes is people truly don't know their own role. As a club or as a venue, I am supposed to be prepared for every situation.
Right.
Like the fact that we allow venues not to have sound systems is crazy. Like that's their responsibility. They're holding events, they're booking events, but yet you don't have a proper sound system for people to come here and do events.
I agree with that. I'll say in addition to that, I believe, because for a long time I was doing everything. Like I was booking my friends and my DJ for like just DJ jobs while I was performing with them and stuff. So what we would do, we had like back then it was pianos and stuff. I forgot the name of it, but it's
called In Stuff now.
Okay. So we was on a first name basis with them in terms of equipment, right? So Joe, he had some of his own stuff. I had some of my own equipment, like the large event speakers and stuff we would get from there every once in a while. Especially when we first started out, I think we had to rent like the wireless microphone set up with the 4 mics and stuff. I believe that an artist, an act, should be prepared for those situations where it's like, okay, I know where to go, how much it's going to cost. I'm, get my wireless mics, get my event set up. So, somebody might try to book you to perform for a wedding reception that don't have no, speakers or sound system or whatever.
Correct.
So not taking away from your argument, like a venue not having a sound system is crazy. But at the same time, I believe that an act needs to have avenues to be prepared for those situations.
And they should also be charging accordingly.
Yeah, and put that in your fee. And not just the rental fee, but I had to drive to go get it, pay the gas money and all that.
People call me all the time. They call me all the time and do not understand. Hey, Chef, can you DJ this, and this? All right, am I DJing? Just DJing, or do you need a sound system as well?
Yeah.
Because that's two different prices.
So
that's two different prices. People just assume because you're a DJ, you're gonna come with this. No, that's not. You're hiring me to play music.
Are you talking about for like friends and close associates?
Anybody. So anybody. If you call a DJ, you, me, anybody, okay? You don't just. You're calling them to play music, have their turntables or controller, have their music. That's it.
Yeah.
Okay. That sound system, whatever they're playing through, is your responsibility. It's not the DJ's responsibility. So now, if I have to assume the responsibility for the sound system too, then I can't charge you the same amount of me coming without one.
So what I did when I was booking Joe, we had his hourly rate, we had the cost of the equipment. So I automatically included the equipment in his rate, no matter if we needed it or not. So I think he wanted at the time, I don't know. Let's just say $300 an hour.
Mm-hmm.
Which could be outrageous. I'm just throwing a number out. But, you know, if they wanted them for 2 hours, it was $600. And let's just say the equipment rental rate was going to be a total of $100. The booking rate would be, it could be what, 7 plus maybe 150 for me. So we'll say 850 total.
Mm-hmm.
If you want to book Joe, it's going to be 850, you know, total
Mm-hmm.
for this 2 hours or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Now, do you need equipment? Because if you need equipment, we need to buy equipment
Mm-hmm.
or go rent equipment. Well, I don't even think I told him that. More like we need to bring it. Like I would rather not bring it, but if you need it, we'll bring it.
Mm-hmm.
But whether or not you need it, this is the price.
Okay.
I don't know how like moral that was or whatever. It was just extremely easy for me, and it just made sense. Like, look, this is our rate. Like, we got everything you need. Tell me what we need, and we gonna bring it.
Right.
But
so how it should work is you have a set rate as a DJ. Like, I don't leave my house for less than $100 an hour.
right,
There's no, and I'm only coming with my laptop, my turntables, my setup. That's it. It's $100 an hour.
right,
If you need speakers, if you need, depending on what size this venue is, depending on what the situation is, now we start tacking on. And I start tacking on, okay, my tops are going to be $80 an hour. My bottoms, you know what I mean? We had, you know what I mean? Like, because especially right now, I now have to go get a vehicle, rent a vehicle to carry all my stuff. Because I used to my pickup, but it went down. You know what I mean? I've always had a van or a truck.
right.
So I just throw my stuff. But now I would have to go rent a vehicle to be able to carry the equipment.
To bring it.
Yeah, bro. Like,
That makes sense. And not to I guess overcharge people if you don't need to and stuff.
right.
That
So,
makes sense.
you know what I mean? Like, I gotta, you know what I mean? Like I said, $100 an hour, me walking out the door.
Yeah.
And that's Joe, whatever. Now, if we talking about a wedding, now it's $200 an hour. Reason being, and people don't understand, why are weddings more? What? Because let's just say you have a wedding and there's 150 people there. That is 150 opportunities for me to never get hired again.
Makes sense.
If I'm at a club and the club owner hired me or the club manager hired me and I'm doing what they want, whether you like me or not, I got a job next week.
Right.
But if I come to a wedding and do something that people aren't liking or they not, that's 150 people that are not going to hire me. If I'm going to take that type of chance, then it got to be worth it.
So, okay, let me play the other side of that real quick. What would you say to the people that say, like, if you're a DJ, you're supposed to be confident in your skill set? Like, you should look at this more as a positive thing of 150 people that could possibly love you and want to book you versus a negative aspect of them possibly hating you.
Okay, let me show you something. I'm going to use the wedding.
Okay.
You got anywhere from a infant in a car seat to a 95-year-old person in a room. That range, somebody's not going to be happy. In that range, somebody's not going to be happy and not like what you're doing.
Right.
Okay, that's number one. Number two, the bride and groom, they grew up on hip hop. They grew up on, you know what I mean? They want this Wu-Tang style, whatever. Like, they want some early 90s R&B. That's how they grew up.
Right.
But the people attending, that's not what they into. And I say this, and I'll say it on camera. I'm sorry. I'm not. At the end of the day, you know how difficult it is to be a wedding DJ as a Black person?
Yeah.
Bro, like, and I say this to all my, it's not the same.
Yeah, I agree.
It's not. Because at the end of the day, you know what I mean? Like, a lot of our demographic don't want to pay what it costs.
Yeah.
And a lot of white couples or white people or mixed who, grew up whatever, they really can't have you there because they know somebody in their family racist. They know, like, you know what I mean? Like, they know it.
Yeah. Especially in this region.
Right.
Specifically.
Like, they know it. So at the end of the day, they would rather have their day not messed up with that. So they generally hire companies and they generally send out white dudes.
Makes sense.
That, like, it just is what it is. It's no knock. It's just a fact. Now, are there black guys out there that are doing well? Yeah. But trust me when I tell you, they can give you ill stories. Like, I did a favor for one of the DJ companies out here. They'll call me, like, when it's just a gap. They don't, cool. They know that I'm professional. They know I handle my business. They send me to this place. Hey, you got to have this. You got to have that. You got to have the other. Or well, I go out there. Bro, this shit is in the middle of the sticks. Okay?
Wow.
I guess the DJ that they had canceled. They was used to talking to this white dude. I show up. There's 350, maybe 400 people there. I am the only black thing there. And I came with a white girl. So, like, dude walks up to me and goes, do you have our type of music? I swear to God, on my life.
Where was this at again?
I can't remember the area. But the first human that spoke to me walked up to me while I was setting up the equipment and said, do you have our type of music?
Wow.
I said, sir, I was hired to do a job. I was given a list of music that they wanted played. I'll be playing what they,
Yeah.
Okay.
Wait, hold on. Time out. Before we even go, there's so many different ways we could go from that topic. So what I typically do, I have to let the people know, especially the people that don't know you, like who you are and why the things that you're saying, your opinion, perspectives are relevant, why people need to listen to you, right? Which I don't expect you to give a whole resume, but just a little bit here and there. So
no doubt.
I remember, I don't remember the first time I ever heard your name. I want to say maybe in the early to mid 2000s, because I knew, and I won't say her name, but I knew a woman you dated. I don't know how far it went, but from New Kensington, we'll say that. And she had mentioned you. And I'm like, oh, snap, a DJ. And I was talking to her like, man, maybe, you could hook that up or something, because I didn't know too many DJs at the time.
Wait, no, hold up. The only woman that I dated from New Kensington was Sarah.
There you go.
Okay. Yeah, I'm like.
I didn't know if you wanted to say her name.
Yeah, no. We ended up getting married. We have 3 kids together.
Yeah, so I knew y'all was together. I wasn't sure, y'all had got married or whatever. So this was like early 2000. I want to say 2001, maybe. 2002?
No.
Was that before?
No. So I was at Sneaker Villa in 2005. So
okay,
I met her, I want to say 05, 6 or 7.
Okay.
We ended up getting married in 2011. So yeah, it was probably, we were together probably 4 years before we got married. Okay,
so I met her somewhere between 2000, 2001, I believe. Whatever year Aaliyah died. Mm-hmm. I remember talking to her the night Aaliyah died because I had a show at the Shadow Lounge.
Mm-hmm.
At some point during our friendship, I remember her saying that she was with you and that you were a DJ.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if she said your name it or not, but I'm thinking like, I don't know any DJs. You should hook that up.
Right.
What's the connect? Eventually, and I feel like maybe she didn't say your name exactly, or I didn't remember, because eventually I did hear your name and I remember speaking to her and I'm like, oh yeah, DJ Chevy, blah, blah, blah. And she's like, oh, that's so-and-so. And I'm like, oh shit, okay, well, damn, I wish we would have connected a while ago. So through this process, I'm hearing about, I want to say the first real memory I have is the 412 Coalition.
Okay.
And it could go back before then. My memory's kind of shot these days, but I've always remembered you and thought of you as this person that was experienced, that had a lot of energy and love towards the Pittsburgh hip hop community, that always, even though I didn't know your resume, you spoke with such confidence and authority that made me feel like, yeah, like it don't even matter what he got going on. He know what he's saying. I can verify what you were saying because, I had my own experience, my own resume that made me feel like I knew what I was talking about. Plus the confidence and everything. Plus, me knowing Sarah, knowing you DJ and everything. Everything all together to me was like, this dude is it. So we had the 412 Coalition. That was like an attempt to, put together and organize Pittsburgh hip hop, which may or may not have worked out for whatever reason. I kind of ignored it after a while for my own reasons. But since then, from what I see online, you've always maintained the same consistency, almost like, Big Brother or Uncle Chevy. This like,
so many people call me Unc. It's not even funny.
Like taking the belt off.
Yeah.
Like, nigga, you need to be doing.
Right.
You know what I mean? And what I want to start with, I just wanted to give all that just my introduction to Chevy and my understanding and knowledge of DJ Chevy. Let's start with, first, how long have you been DJing?
Guys, 42. Let's do the math. Simple math. You got a calculator. The first time I was paid to DJ was 83.
42 years.
Yep. So it was 83, June of 83, May, June of 83. But I had started actually my craft a year before that. So I think it was like 82 is when we first started. Because I had a year in on tables before anybody even knew, you know what I mean? Like, because that whole term bedroom DJ was a real thing. Like, you worked your butt off, you got the equipment, you bought you some records, and you literally tried. There is no YouTube. There is no, like, you got to actually know somebody, watch somebody. They got to teach you things.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, you have to physically go somewhere. Like, so then you go back to your house and you try it on your own and you record it and you let the person hear it. Is this right? Like, you know what I mean? Like, it's actually a process.
Did you use the, I forgot the name of the Netflix TV show, but he was showing how they put the crayon on there and to mark the record, and when it goes around, that's
no. We used crazy. We used the dots. I was always doing with teachers, like the little round circle dots. That's what we
like
use.
The stickers.
Yep, the little stickers. Now the part is crazy. Never forget this in my life when my one, because there was like 4 of us. When my one dude figured out BPM. I don't know how, but he figured out beats per minute. And his job was, like, we would all get records, give them to him. He would listen to them, calculate the BPMs, and then write them on the covers. We took, that's what we took. We took envelope labels. We would cut those down to put them on the records. And then he would take the envelope, the rest of it, and then write out, the song's BPMs on each one.
Okay.
Like, that was his contribution to us being DJs, was he would, and then everybody's crates were put in order by BPM, not by song. You understand what I mean? Like, so if we all, hypothetically, DJ together, there was 4 of us, then we would pick a BPM range so that we wouldn't all play the same records.
Oh, okay.
You know what I mean? Like, yeah. So, all right, you gonna come in and you gonna get them started, go from 64 to 80. Then I'm gonna come in behind you, start at 80 and go from 80 to 97. Then he's gonna, you know what I mean? Like, that's the way we did it. And nobody really caught on that we're kind of building the party up.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, and that's how we would do it.
Wow, that's dope shit.
Yeah, we would do it by BPM. But like I said, he figured that out. Like, he's a nerd anyway. He works, no, dead ass. He's literally about to retire from Westinghouse.
Yeah.
Straight nerd.
Nerds up, man.
Nerds up.
You gotta hold the nerds down.
Yep.
So, okay, starting 83,
Yeah.
82, somewhere around there, which is literally like damn near my whole life. I was born in 81, so that's crazy. Yeah. So from there, how do you get into hip hop? Like, what is, not hip hop in general, but we'll say the creation of hip hop music, where, you know, you're working with rappers or producers or whatever?
Well, it first started out. Let me see if I can put this together. It first started out as an exclusive thing. DJs are crackheads. You know what I mean? We gotta have that hit. We gotta have that thing that nobody else has. We live for it.
Yeah.
Okay. So if we're all going to Stedford's and buying our records, how do I separate myself from the other DJs? I started buying white labels. White labels were records that would come into the store that literally had no names on it. It would have the song title, and then some of them, it was even the wrong song title. So you're paying $6, $8 for a record that you don't even know what's on it. Now, some of those turned out to be hits. The very first time I ever heard Busta Rhymes was on a white label. Like, you know what I mean? I didn't know who he was.
Where do white labels come from? Like,
they used to be
just like promotional?
No, they were the demo presses of labels.
Okay.
And then they would throw them away or whatever. So people start.
Like a product test.
Kind of like a product test, right.
Which I'm guessing that eventually turned into the side B?
No. So these are records. Okay. Somebody, an A&R meets you. Mm-hmm. Oh, we're gonna go back to Def Jam and we're gonna cut some records and see how this works.
Yeah.
Okay. So they cut the records. Understand this. We ain't got all the digital stuff. We got to cut the record, take it to these people and let them hear it.
That's when they were still recording on the reels.
Right, exactly. So tastemakers and whatever are listening to records. Mm-hmm. But these, like, they're spending hundreds of dollars cutting these vinyls to take different places for people to hear.
Right.
But then they would bring them back to the office. If it doesn't work, they're not really feeling you. What do they do with this vinyl? It's just sitting in the office. So now they're paying all this storage space. They're not paying attention to it. So interns start.
Okay.
We don't know, you know what I mean, who it is or whatever. But if you're trying to, just people don't know who this song, like, you know what I mean? Like, so there's been times where the streets have brought records back that these execs didn't think nothing of it.
Right.
But the DJs in the streets got a hold of it, and now people want to know who this is, or they want to. So that's where white labels came from. And why it was white is they didn't want nobody to know where it came from.
Just in case it was
Just in
trash.
Case, you know what I mean? Like, yeah, like, there's no trace. Is it Universal? Is it just like you have no idea where it came from.
Okay, so the white label stuff, that's how you got into the creation?
That's how that, you know, wanting to have something different. Mm-hmm. So what I started doing was like, okay, let me start my own white labels with local artists. I want the ability to have songs that no one else has. And that's where that whole, hey, rap on this instrumental. Still to this day, I still tell artists to do it. If you are an up-and-coming artist and you are trying to get the attention of a DJ, you want the support of a DJ, the easiest way to do it is to take a song that's popular. I really don't know what's out there right now because I rarely listen to it.
Me too.
Right. So
I've been wanting to have this conversation with you for the longest
Not
time.
like us. We'll just use that.
Yeah.
Not like us. Take Not Like Us. Drop a verse out of it, because y'all have that ability now. Drop a verse out of it, and then you put your verse in it.
Mm-hmm.
Kalaj puts his verse in it with DJ Chevy's name in it.
Yeah.
Now, I go out Saturday night. I have to play Not Like Us. Which version am I going to play? Am I going to play the regular one that everybody else is playing? Or am I going to play the one with your verse in it with my name in it?
Yeah. So check this out. I wanted to have this conversation with you for a long time because I'm pretty sure I never told you this, right? So a large part of my career, what catapulted me into the highest level of my fame and just status in the music industry, in 2002, I get a call from a very close friend of mine, goes by Johnny Handsome. You may know him, may have heard his name. He was the one that was responsible for all the Bad Boy stuff when they came in the late 90s here in Pittsburgh.
Okay.
He gives me a call. He's like, bro, let's go to Atlanta. There's a hot song by 50 Cent. I wrote a verse. This is what he said. I wrote this verse for a female to spit. And SWV, the girl from SWV, Lily, the light-skinned girl, is like, her sister raps. She has a younger sister, and we're going to get her to rap this verse. He gives me the whole vision of what he's trying to do. He lives in Jersey at the time. He packs up his SUV, drives to Pittsburgh. I pack up my clothes and all my equipment in this SUV, packed out the windows. We drive to Atlanta. This is maybe a day or two after New Year's, 2003. He's like, yo, I got all these connects down here. I know DJ J Nice, SWV, Lily from SWV, a few other people. So we go meet all of his contacts. So I'm in Lily from SWV. I'm in her house playing her my beat tape. Like, you know, she's listening to everything. At the time, she's like, his beats sound really immature. I had never been anywhere outside of Pittsburgh. So my beats were like, not Casio beats, but not industry level.
Correct.
But that was healthy for me to have that, you know, for someone from the industry to be like, nah, you need to step it up. We meet DJ J Nice. And he listened to my beats. Basically, he said the same thing. He listened to like one or two and was like, I don't know. We get with Lily's little sister. Her name was Nita. We gave her the name Nita Blanc. Kind of like Frank White, Nita White, but spin on it. I have a Roland VS 840. She comes to where we're staying with Johnny Handsome's sister. Small, like super small bedroom. She gets on a mic, like all my equipment. She gets on a mic and I laid a reference verse over 50 Cent in a club. She raps it. We take that song, we go to every strip club, every nightclub, everywhere possible we could possibly go, and we giving the song to people. And I'm learning in this process, right? So as I go to give it to somebody, first DJ is like, I don't know you. I don't know what this is. I can't play this. Like, this ain't happening. Next one, I go to him and I try to put on like a fake New York accent. Like, yo, son, what up? What's the deal? We from New York. We got this fresh new promo, blah, blah, blah. Give it to him. He plays it. Crowd goes nuts. Then we started meeting the DJs beforehand and, you know, giving it to them.
Right.
Basically, to sum all of that up, that is what triggered that whole chain. For anybody that remembers, 50 Cent in a club had like 1,000 different versions. That is what triggered that, because we did the female version, then Free did a version, Beyonce did a version, a few other people, but that's the first time that happened outside of 50 Cent, what he was doing when he was remixing songs, right? People heard our version and they knew, like, you know, they ain't really nobody, so let me do it real big so it can go bigger. Like, that was the whole idea of it. There's a whole lot more stories that I have just like that, where because we weren't as popular, people were like trying to step on us because they had more fame and celebrity status.
Mm-hmm.
So basically that song, when we took that to Jay Nice, he's like, yo, and I had better beats, more mature beats at this time. He's like, yo, I love your beats. I love this girl. I'm going to manage her. We're going to sign her to Shaquille O'Neal's record label. You're going to produce for Shaquille O'Neal's record label. Where he took us to Scooter Braun's studio, and Scooter Braun came like, yo, I want you to manage my production team. Like everything that happened to me that was big was all because of that push in rapping over that instrumental. From there, we shifted it a little bit, and it turned into, rather than rapping on instrumentals, let me sample the instrumental. So I sampled it into my MP and I replayed it in such a way that sounds super similar,
but different. Then I would rap on it, and either I would rap on it, but Nita was our top artist because, she now was an artist of Shaquille O'Neal and DJ J Nice. DJ J Nice was now our personal DJ. He DJ'd Club 112 every Saturday night till 8 in the morning. So I would make the song during the week. I would give it to DJ J Nice. He would play it, Club 112, right? So I would chop up Monica So Gone, biggest song I did that I remixed. He would play the original, and then he would blend the original into our version. And it sounded so similar that people couldn't tell that it was different. Right.
Me and my homie rapping back and forth on it. It's 6, 7 o'clock in the morning. I got Black Rob and fucking Harv Pierre, like bad boy people coming up. Yo, that's you, nigga, that's you. Like the highlight of my life, literally because of that. Where it was an opportunity for me to take that simple concept, interject myself with popular known artists, and then get creative to switch it up, but still keep that same lane. So I'm telling you this story to say, like, anytime I heard you say it, I'm like, yeah, like that's right. Tell them that. But at the same time, to share with people, like, this is a legit avenue if you can master it and be creative with it.
Correct. Again, right now it's roughly about 2 minutes, but let's just be kind and say 3. 3 minutes and 20 seconds. Every artist in the world is trying to get that slot for that 3 minutes and 20 seconds.
Yeah.
We can only play one record at a time. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
You have to do something that's going to stick in that DJ's head that you deserve that 3 minutes and 20 seconds.
Yeah.
He is the person who is deciding that. So you have to do something to make sure you are a constant thought for that 3 minutes and 20 seconds. And the easiest way to do it is to customize it.
Yeah. Customize it, put his name on it. I've heard of, back then it was less of a thing probably than it is now, but we would go in sometimes with like $50. Like if we ain't had that much time, just give them a $50 bill with the joint. Like,
and this is, so that used to be understood. Okay. You are when you hand a DJ money in order to play something of yours, you understand that he is taking a chance of losing his audience.
Right.
So I'm going to financially compensate you for the possible chance that this dance floor might leave you.
I've seen that happen.
Oh, bro,
in real life. Like, so I gave the DJ one of my CDs, the In the Club song, and we tried this thing where the side B was one of my original tracks. The first one was the one over the instrumental. I gave him the CD. He said, play track one. He played the wrong one and cleared the dance floor.
Right.
After, like, me basically debating with him, trying to convince him, hey, man, they're going to love it. I promise you. He played the wrong song.
And cleared the dance floor.
Yeah. It was crazy, man.
Right. And that's the chance. I'm glad you had that experience. That's the chance each and every one of us take when this random person walks up. Like, bro, you're not paying me right now. You're looking for an opportunity. And I'm at risk.
Yeah.
No. Now, I'm telling you no right now. How about just take my email and email it to me,
right,
so I can listen to it. Maybe I'll play it next week or fit it in. Give me an opportunity to work with it.
Yeah.
Nah, bro, I need it right now. My family in from out of town.
And you know what? There's another relevance to that too, because the DJ, a lot of time, you correct me if I'm wrong, but the DJs, at least that I'm aware of, kind of have an idea of how they want their set to go.
1,000.
Where if they already played that song that you have rapped over the instrumental or whatever, they probably not going to play it again.
So code for, and I'm going to say older DJs. Code, you don't repeat songs, bro.
Yeah.
You don't repeat songs. A professional does not repeat songs.
Yeah. So even like if you didn't hear the song played already or whatever, like.
I'm not a jukebox. Yeah. The same way when you have multiple DJs doing, you know what I mean? Because now they do these sets, hour set. There's like 5 DJs in the night and they all doing 1 hour sets.
Yeah.
You don't sabotage another dude.
I've heard that so much.
But this is when a person can't DJ.
When they play all the hottest songs early in the night.
And it's like,
yeah.
And this is where, you know what I mean? Like you have certain people that I'll get into a sample set. So I'm not going to play the song. Mm-hmm. I'm going to play the sample that was used to make the song.
Okay.
You understand what I mean? Like, so you know what it is. You know what I mean? Especially when I get to turning it down and So you know it, and then I'll mix something else into it.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Like, so I'll do sample sets because most of these DJs don't really dig for records. They don't, like, you know what I mean? Like, if you take the top 25 songs, top 50 songs away from most of these DJs right now, they can't DJ. They don't build skill sets. A lot of them, not all of them, a lot of them don't build DJ skills. They play popular music.
That's, you know what? Let me note that down. I want to segue into something. I just want to make sure we not off track with topics, because that is a really good point that I want your take on. If I could get my...
And once you get into that whole popular music thing, now you're subject to the crowd. You're not guiding the crowd. The crowd is now dictating to you what needs to be played.
Where do we leave off at? Okay, so artists, white label.
Yes.
And
so that's how I got involved with recording and working with artists, and that whole deal was wanting to have exclusive records in my crates that no one had because they were coming from independent artists.
Okay. So from there, I don't know how to ask this question, but I want to get a better understanding of your experience as a DJ. Like, I know, like, I be seeing you all over different states doing all different types of stuff, right? But just to give an audience a better understanding, like, has it been 40 years of just doing weddings and local events, or,
No, it's been a hodgepodge of things. I've done, major stages. I was fortunate enough years back to do a cypher when Rick Ross and Meek Mills and trying to think of what his name was, Lil Duval came. You know what I mean? I was on that stage. They had a contest for independent artists. I was a DJ that, took care of the cypher. I've done, here in Pittsburgh, we had that Black family reunion we're used to back in the day. I've done major stuff. I've done, birthday parties and, like just a hodgepodge of entertaining people with music I've done.
Where do you think most people would know you from? Like, is there anything?
Here's the part that's weird. Most people don't realize I'm a DJ. I never get called like, oh, Chev, can you? I don't get those calls. Not at all. Like my DJ business, like as far as me DJing things, comes from generally outside the scene. You know, people knowing that I DJ and want me to do this, or people from out of state, like who've heard of me and want me to come do stuff. Our hip hop scene, they don't hire me.
I mean, I feel like
the first thing I get told, like literally was told last week, yeah, Chev, you too expensive. You're too expensive. Is it that I'm too expensive?
Too expensive for what though? Like I feel like if you're booking an event where you're not gonna make money for it, like if it's a wedding or something where you're not charging people, that could be fair. So like, for example, if somebody's getting married and it's like, we ain't got that big of a budget or whatever, we want a DJ, you're too expensive. I get it. But what does that say to someone that's trying to book an event where they're charging a door price for people to come in and I can't pay, $100, $200, $300 an hour for a DJ? Like, you must not plan on making that much money.
And that's really where it is. It just, bro, there's so many, we could go hours to why this situation is the way it is. But you're asking me specifically about, DJing and being hired to DJ here in the city or whatever. No. You know what I mean? Like, and this is why I'm so thankful I developed and have built this radio station, because it's my first love. Like, it's what makes me happy, DJing. Everything I've added on top of that has really been either necessity for the other people or just wanting to help. But it's not a thing that I need to do. Like, and I've said this, like, bro, I don't have to do any of this. Every single day there is a DJ working 7 days a week. Big event, small event, doesn't matter. Playing music that people already like.
Right.
I don't have to break records.
Right.
All I have to do is play what people already like. I don't have to play independent artists.
Right.
There's labels all over. Like, what I do, I choose to do because I feel like there are people who need the opportunity. But if it's just about me being a DJ, and like the one regret sometimes that I have in my career is I never treated myself as the artist. If I would have treated like these dudes now, like they're the DJ, they're the act, we didn't really do that. Like, we love what we did, we played our music, we got hired to do that, or we were an attachment or a support system for an artist. We were never the artist. And then it made this kind of shift that now the DJs can be the artist. And for me, just my personality, I'm a background dude. Like, I'm completely okay with being in the background as long as shit's done properly and right. The only thing I get irritated with or agitated with is when you act like I'm not there. I can play the background and be completely cool. That's what I choose to do. Right. But when the lights come on and you get to talking, now you the only thing that, like, come on, bro. Like, that's where it gets weird for me.
Yeah.
But yeah, like, that's, as far as this city, me DJing, whatever, yeah, I would say maybe 10% of what I do out of the city comes from our actual hip hop scene. Yeah.
So what made you, like, I feel like you're kind of like the voice for Pittsburgh hip hop, if not the voice, one of the voices. How did you get to that point? Like, did you want to be, or have you just been, speaking from the podium for so long that it just appears that way to me?
I'm my mother's child. I can't do anything half-ass. I just can't. You know what I mean? Like, and I grew up playing team sports. I grew up being the oldest in my family and having to take responsibility for my two siblings. I grew up with a man who was not my father, who did not allow me to have excuses. It's just a level of accountability. Bro.
Yeah, you know what? As you said that, like you kind of, I guess, opened my eyes to some stuff that was already there. But I'm curious, like, is there a bad side to wanting to be, kumbaya? Like, come on, y'all, everybody, let's go. We all, you see the potential in everyone and want them to live up to their potential, and you see the exact ingredients. I mean, like, if they're just jelly, you like, all you need is peanut butter. I have the information you need to get this perfect peanut butter and jelly sandwich. Just listen to me and do X, Y, Z. Is there something that takes away from you or wasted energy? Like, is there any negative aspect?
Yeah. What I had to learn, and I will give credit to, you know who Pretty Chrissy is?
Yeah.
Chris, okay.
Yeah.
I was at Troy and Chrissy's house, and Chrissy said, yeah, absolutely, we have a great relationship. She said to me, you're giving them things they didn't ask for.
Yeah. Yeah. It's crazy you say that.
If they ask you for it, then give it to them.
Yeah.
But you're giving things, though you're absolutely correct, but nobody asked you for it.
Yeah.
So therefore, when you turn lights on for roaches, they run. They're okay with being in the dark. They're okay with scurrying. Like, when you turn that light on and show a path, they all scurry.
Right.
They don't see it as a benefit. Oh, we can now see what we need. Nah.
Yeah.
You turn the light on. That's not how they operate.
That makes sense. And I feel like that kind of dives more into what I was talking about earlier, right? Like, not taking nothing away from nobody, but maybe their comprehension's off a little bit. Maybe they're just not where they need to be to receive that message.
Right. And I'll give you another one, and I name names. Big Life taught me something that I never forget. So my relationship with him, super cool dude, very, very, very cool dude on a personal level. Right. He's very talented. So I always challenge him. Bro, if I seen him today, I walk, like, we see each other, 16, bro. I don't care. We can't have a conversation until I hear 16 bars.
Right.
And he never fails. I don't care if I wake him out of his sleep. He come with it. Right. Because he knows that's what our relationship is. And I'm always checking on him. But at the end of the day, he said, Seb, I love you. And, you're one of those people that has been consistent in my life. I know what to expect. He goes, but a lot of these people don't have fathers. They don't deal with men.
Yeah.
And you're a man. Yeah. And it rubs people the wrong way. Yeah. So if they don't know, they ain't never had, that type of energy, it comes off as abrasive. Yeah. So either people stay away from you or they reject what you have for them because they just don't have the experiences of dealing with a man.
Yeah, I will definitely say there was a time, I'm not sure when exactly, but I remember the feeling of, I was younger. I had to be mid-20s, early 30s, where it was like being in the same room with Chevy is an energy of, you can't be the alpha in the room. Like, if not you, but like to me talking to myself, like, you can't be the alpha in the room. Like, you can, but it's going to be conflict. And I'm just generally a person of, I would rather, if there's conflict, there's conflict. I'd rather avoid conflict.
Correct.
And I remember some of the conversations, this was probably around the 412 coalition time. I remember some of the conversations were kind of like, we're all going back and forth because it was like a Facebook group. But you and I, were at odds on some topics where, you know, you're saying this, I'm saying that.
Mm-hmm.
And it was kind of like, I've always had this Leo energy with myself, this like, I'm the leader, like I'm the big guy in the room, where if I'm in the same room as a DJ Chevy, it almost felt, not saying it was there or was a conscious decision, but it almost felt like a competition for that alpha position in a room.
Mm-hmm.
And this is just the energy that I felt that was like, I don't even want to be in that same room because I don't want a part of that competition.
Mm-hmm.
And I say that to say, if anyone else feels or has felt that same energy, like I believe that's where it comes from. That comment that Big Life made, this like, you know, this is a real man, this confident, you know, in what he does, has done, what he's thinking, his opinions and everything, not going back down. So you got the people that share that confidence or whatever. What happens when you don't agree on the same thing? You know what I mean?
I think that is a great subject, and I'm glad you brought it up, and I really want to talk about it. We don't have to agree.
Yeah,
like,
exactly.
This is a business. You know, we can disagree on how this is going. At the end of that disagreement, bro, we're going to go have some food. It's not, we have a disagreement on a subject. Just because we have a disagreement on a subject does not mean I personally don't like you.
So
they can't separate it.
To add to that, I will say, I didn't get to this point of we don't need to agree to like still both be strong men in our own opinion and within ourselves. I didn't get to this point probably till I hit like 38, 39. Like it was a maturity thing of we can all coexist.
I'll give you another one that I had to learn. When I go in a room, I'm 56 years old. So even when a dude's 30, I'm 26 years older. I was 26 with 2 kids. 26, 2 kids coming out of a marriage, had been in the military for 4 years, home, bought a house when you were born.
Yeah.
Born, bro. Like, so there's a lot of times where I have to like kind of understand that these people just haven't had the life experience or the understanding. You are speaking French to a person who's struggling with 4th grade math. Like, they don't understand you. Yeah. You can't get mad. You can't get upset. You can't do that. You just have been on earth longer.
You know what the crazy part to that to me is? Being in retirement right now from making music, me being in my early/mid 40s, I look back on my own life and say, if I would have just did this instead of that, if I would have stayed focused, you know, if all these things when I was 25, maybe even up to, you know, mid 30s possibly, before I became a family man, started having kids and financial responsibilities, I want to take that energy and speak to these younger guys as if it's my younger self. And the concept that you just said of they not ready yet is like, bro, like
it's heartbreaking. It is heartbreaking, bro. It is heartbreaking. Yeah. It is heartbreaking to go, I literally know it's about to happen to you. And there's nothing I can do about it because you don't know and you think I'm old. That's all they can focus on. Like, you're old. How do you think I got this old, man?
I use the analogy of, I ask them, like, we'll just say any rapper at age 30, if you could go back in time and talk to your 15-year-old self,
what would you say?
What would you say? And then they're like, I would say this, I do this. I'd be like, bro, I'm your older self.
I'm your older self. But I've used that same analogy. I've used that same exact analogy. And what it does is for a moment, it humbles them. Because when they were talking to their younger self, they knew everything, bro. You just need to. Right. So just imagine me as your older you.
Yeah. And I mean, like you said, they get it initially.
Right. They get it initially. They have to humble that moment. And then they go, yeah, but I'm on my own path. Oh, Okay, but it has a pothole in it that you're not going to get out of.
Yeah, always. And I got so many, little bro, little homie. Like you said, I'm Unc and big bro to a whole bunch of people. And it's like, I don't know, like what more do I need to show you? Like as far as I know what I'm talking about, for you to have some confidence in it, it's not.
Watch this, bro. And I mean this in all sincerity. I haven't had a paycheck job since 2000.
That's official.
Just that alone should say, hey, maybe I need to understand what's going on.
Wait. So for the audience, just to throw more on top of that, not having a paycheck job since 2000. I've personally seen you with a Porsche.
You see me with a lot of stuff.
Well,
and please understand, I've never been in the street. I've never sold drugs ever.
Right.
Like, this is not like you can go look like that's not me.
So let me rephrase. Not saying like you out here get money, in the streets.
Yeah, no.
But not only are you taking care of your just normal responsibilities, kids, wife, everything else, but you are exceeding the basic average off of your business and the things that you do. Maybe not consistently. Maybe there's some times here.
I stopped eating ramen noodles, but yeah, there's been ramen noodle months. Look, when I first started my studio, bro, it was salami sandwiches, ramen noodle, like
peanut butter and jelly. Yeah. You gave me the
but the reality is that was a sacrifice that I was willing to take for what I believed in, still believe in, and that's my city and its talents.
Yeah.
It wasn't for me.
Bro, I won't say I'm eating ramen noodles and peanut butter and jelly sandwiches.
But I know what you mean.
Paying this lease, buying this equipment, all this stuff on the road. I'm definitely taking some shorts across things.
Personal shorts.
Yeah.
That they would never take or never understand to give someone else an opportunity.
And that's literally all it is. And you know what? I was talking to my wife the other day, and I was telling her, it feels like people look at me like I'm weird. The way I explained it was, if after everything I say when I'm talking to a younger person, if I say I do it because of Jesus or in Jesus' name or something, they might be able to accept it more. But because I'm just trying to give some information,
I understand that,
and help, or I'm like, yo, it's the holidays, and somebody's like, oh, I can't afford this. Yo, what's your cash app? I'm seeing you $100, whatever. Mm-hmm. Like, just because I'm naturally a helpful, giving person, and I don't put Jesus on it. Not saying I don't believe in Jesus, but that's not the first thing out of my mouth when I'm helping people, trying to give information, help with career. It's like they look at me like I'm some type of weirdo, like I'm toxic, or you know what I mean?
My statement for that, and a lot of people will tell you I've said this because this is my thing. If you've been fed poison all your life, medicine tastes funny. We're sick. As people, as a community, as a race, a human race, we're sick.
Yeah.
And there's some people out here who've been able to cure themselves enough to the point that they understand what this is really all about. And all they're trying to do is share that vaccine with you, that pill with you, so that you can get well faster than they did.
Right.
It took me 45 years to get well. I want you to get well in 22 years.
Exactly.
I want somebody else to get well in 15.
Yeah.
Because right now, when I was sick at 15, it wasn't as dangerous. Bro, you may not make 25.
Yeah.
So you really need to start swallowing this pill right now. I don't have time to wait for you to get into your 20s. No, you need to absorb this right now.
Right. It's crazy.
We're sick. And it really is like, you want to wait until you on your deathbed to go, oh, bro, maybe you was right. Give me that pill. Like, It's too late, bro. It's too late. Like it's literally too late. Like it's too late.
Yeah, I don't know. These, I wish I had an answer for it. I don't, unfortunately. Skipping around a little bit to topics. So one day I'm looking around and Facebook type shit, and I'm seeing some of my friends that I know DJ, and they got on this T-shirt, and I see you with the T-shirt.
Mm-hmm.
And the first thought is, do they work together? Or are they on the same team? What is this?
Mm-hmm.
Grind Hard DJs.
Grind Hard DJs. Yes.
And I've never actually gotten an answer for exactly what it is, how it works, or what the association is. I just know that branding-wise, it seems like a really smart concept, because now I'm associating all these people I know that DJ well have all worn this shirt, and it's like they must be like the official group of DJs.
So if I'm not mistaken, I could be wrong because I don't have a full history of our city when it comes to all things hip hop. I strive to learn as much as I possibly can, but to sit here as one person and say, I know the full history of our city, I don't. But to my recollection and understanding, we are the first branded DJ group in the city. That means nothing to anybody. And we're not going to get into the super, was it Soulja Boy? I did it for, like, that's not what we're talking about.
Right.
But yes, that is the situation. Now, let me, I think this is the first time I ever did this on camera, but I want to be clear about Grind Hard DJs. Grind Hard DJs was started by DJ Nitro. You remember DJ Nitro?
Sounds familiar.
Okay. And Plan B.
Plan B's my homie. We went to high school together.
All right. So, Nitro and Plan B start Grind Hard DJs. I can't remember which one of them called me. I'm going to be honest. I can't remember which one of them called me. It was like, yo, hey, we starting this DJ thing, whatever. Want you to be involved, blah, blah, blah. I said, okay, cool. So, as I said to you early, I'm my mother's child. I can't do nothing half-ass. So, I'm like, all right, cool. And at the time, I'm consistently working every weekend. So, I start Grind Hard DJs, Grind Hard DJs, Grind Hard DJs. My family has owned childcare daycares since I was 16. So I literally have done every step of starting a business. Every step. So the very first thing is securing your name.
Right.
And getting the EIN and going through. So at one point, I'm like, yo, is this business registered or are we just out here saying a name? And they were like, oh, what do you mean? Rap. I'm like, all right, don't worry about it. Take care of it. I register Grind Hard DJs, get an EIN, start to bit, and they get mad. I don't know which one of them it was. I don't know what the situation is. But we literally have a following out because I registered it. If we're all on the same team, it doesn't matter who registered it. It's that nobody can take this from us.
Right.
That's not the way I believe that it was seen.
Yeah.
So that started a riff. But understand something. Of Grind Hard DJs because of every step I took from that point forward. I've invested thousands of dollars to make sure that brand is known. Thousands.
So in terms of the registering, I understand what you're saying, and I agree. I also feel like, let's just say Kalaj Dame Podcast, right? Say I wanted to bring you in on it. Chevy, I can't do it by myself. I need a partner.
Correct.
and you come to me, you're like, well, is it registered? Blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, I ain't got time to think about that shit. I'm working on this and that. And you go register it, I'd be upset.
As your partner, why? As your partner, because I just shored up your ass to make sure nobody can take this.
True.
I'm on your team with you.
Yes. The reason why I would be upset, and I'm not even sure, like, I'm not how do I want to say this? I'm knowledgeable about registering a business, and I know the importance of it, okay? What I'm not knowledgeable about is if someone registers it in their name, how that could possibly affect or change down the line. So immediately I'm thinking, like, if we have a falling out, you own the name. And
how it works, and I can show you the paperwork. I register it. But on the form, it says who's all involved with it, and you list every single fucking person.
Yeah. So it asks you like percentage of ownership and all of that stuff?
It just says who all has a stake in it. So you register every single person.
It is for a DBA?
No.
Fictitious
so this is the fictitious name. So where my problem came in is you're all on it. What is the problem?
Who is the fictitious name for? Is it for a company?
For the group, for the company.
Is that group a partnership or is it
It was
individual?
Nothing but a name. That's all it is. It's like right now we're going to start Black Phone Records and we just start running around talking about we Black Phone Records.
Yeah,
that's all it was.
But it's so fictitious name is basically like an individual entity.
It's an entity, yeah.
That is doing business in a name other than its own name.
Correct.
So me as Reginald Sims to do business as Kalaj Dame.
You would have to register that name.
DBA, pay $75, state of PA,
70.
Register.
Yeah.
70 now?
Yeah, 70.
Register for that name. And now I can get paid
under
and open a bank account, all of that stuff under Kalaj Dame. Right.
Correct. Now, what I just,
LLC.
Just what I just found out that I didn't know. Do you not have to do that same thing for your real name? I did not know that.
You said you do?
You do. So
for your real name?
Yes.
When did that change?
It's always been. And I didn't know that. It's always been. Because guess what happens? If you trademark your name in your field, nobody else can use it. Because it then is a brand.
Well, it depends. So
Bob Dylan.
No, you can. But what I'm saying is, okay, if in the court, if you can prove that you've used your name, so like for example, Kalaj Dame. I've never filed a register as fictitious name yet. I'm going to, like now as I'm older, it makes sense. But I haven't done it yet. So in the state of PA, in Pittsburgh, I've conducted so much public business that no one else can use the name Kalaj Dame in this region. And I can prove that in court. Now, someone can trademark it, but even that trademark, they can, but I can fight it.
I'm letting you know that is incorrect. The second, it literally does not matter. The second someone legalizes that name, you can be sent a cease and desist. Period.
Hold up. We about to see. I'm gonna ask Mira. What?
You literally can't do it. And you know what I mean? Like, I understand that works in certain fields with certain things. Like, it's already established, it doesn't matter.
We'll do it afterwards.
I'll give you another one.
I'm curious.
Right now, as we speak, we have an artist in our city named Dre Dior. Okay. Last month or month before, somebody came up with this AI artist and named it Dre Dior.
Okay.
His social media is getting hit by people looking for the AI artist. Him. And it's not him.
He's not registered?
He's not registered.
So there's nothing he can do about it.
And I've taken him the paperwork. He's supposed to get it done, whatever. But at the end of the day, and this is going to get really weird. this is not even a human. This is an AI artist. So how is this now all going to work? Like they got to figure this out and do it fast.
So that is my understanding of what I was talking about, which is you can't, like if you don't register your name, say like what's something here, let's just say Giant Eagle, right? If Giant Eagle doesn't have a trademark and isn't registered as a DBA or whatever, everyone knows about Giant Eagle in this region.
Correct.
If a company, this is my understanding, which I guess could be off, but if a company comes up and says, I want to register trademark and the name Giant Eagle as a supermarket,
correct,
they would not be able to conduct business in where we are right here. And I don't know if it's just the Pennsylvania state or if it's the Pittsburgh region where Giant Eagle operates, because Giant Eagle operates publicly and that brand is known.
Does not matter if it's not registered.
But that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Even if it's not registered, a company that does register, if they register after, it's like if they register today and Giant Eagle has already been here for years, they would not be able to operate and do business here. Now they could operate anywhere else, and Giant Eagle couldn't tell them to not operate anywhere else. Like Giant Eagle couldn't tell them shit. But in the court.
So what you're saying is your brand would be grandfathered.
Yes. Because you're known publicly. Like, because you've conducted business publicly before that trademark has been established. We gonna check out this.
Yeah, definitely. Because who was it? Lady Antebellum changed their name to Lady A, and there was some lady trying to fight them on it because that was her name or whatever, but they had already registered it. And they tried to be nice and like, hey, blah, blah, blah. And then they was like, you know what? It's already registered under, we already have it. I had a group do that to me here in Pittsburgh.
For real?
Yeah. It's funny how things work. I registered Pit Crew. So I have a concept, we'll talk about it, but I have a thing called Pit Crew. I ended up being the DJ for the city paper. Their best of this year. And the very first act was Pittsburgh's best rapper. Sorry. And he did an individual song and then he brought his group out. And the name of his group is Pit Crew. And I'm like, okay. So we go through the whole event, whatever. And I'm breaking down. The kid was still there. I said, yo, hey, can I talk to you? I said, yeah. I said, I liked your set, whatever. I said, your group, the group name, you can't use that. He was like, what do you mean? I said, you can't use Pit Crew. He goes, why? I said, because I own it. He said, what? I said, I own that name. He was like, what do you mean? I registered that name with the state of Pennsylvania. I own Pit Crew. He was like, you have to be kidding me. I'm like, no.
He didn't do a search.
They do nothing. This is what I'm saying. They just say shit out the side of their neck and it's like, oh, we're this. Like, no, there's a process.
Yeah.
There is a legitimate legal process to what you're doing.
So if I can interject just to speak to this point. The reason why my podcast is named the Kalaj Dame Podcast, before I come up with any business venture, the first thing I always do, I search the PA state database for names, business names, DBA names. You can also now, we didn't have this luxury before, but you can search trademarks now.
Correct.
You can do extended searches and trademarks now. If you have the comprehension and the technical skills, you can search enough to be able to file your trademark. If not, if you're not a technical person, you should probably pay for a lawyer to do the extensive search.
Correct.
But you should do all the searches for the audience, all the searches before you pick a name and start conducting business with that name. You should register it as I'm sure you would be an advocate for.
And like my thing is registering the name for me is the first step. Because people are like, oh, I got an LLC. But here's the whole thing. That LLC has to do a name search. So if you've already secured the name, you ain't got to worry about it. So first step, spend the $70 and secure the name.
So from my understanding, and maybe this is wrong, I mean, take a note because we're going to check into it. My understanding is a fictitious name is nothing more than a name other than your entity name. It's the ability to do business in a name
that is not your
entity name. So whether it's you personally or your business. So like, for example, the company I used to work for where you and Frizzy came to see me, the actual company name was Robotny LLC.
Correct. Then
they filed a fictitious name for fifth season.
Correct.
Which means they're able to conduct business, publicly, brand, and cash checks, open bank accounts under the name Fifth Season.
Correct.
Even though the actual company name is Robotny. Robotny doesn't have a fictitious name because Robotny is the LLC.
Correct. Now, they probably own other names that they do business under as well.
Yeah, so
this is where you went from company to corporation. Once you start adding other entities on top of a company, you become a corporation.
No, so I understand what you mean. Theirs was one LLC.
Limited liability corporation.
Yeah, okay, so you're right in that instance. They didn't change to like an S Corp or a C Corp or anything. At least I don't think. I could be wrong. But this company operated as this company, and it's like almost like wearing a mask. Like today I'm Fifth Season, tomorrow I'm this, I'm that. And it's still under the hood, the same exact company. It's just we're using this fake name, over here. And this is our fake stuff. So for example, the Fifth Season, even though it was a fictitious name, they also had the trademark. So, this is ours. We can use this all over the US, basically. There were some other companies that not company, but fictitious names that they had tried and failed in the past or whatever. But it was like, we can use this name in the state, cash checks under this name or whatever else. But it's just a bunch of different masks that they could put on at any time that they want and say, this is our logo, this is the name or whatever that represents this business, it represents that business.
Correct.
Technically, the business is the business. So whatever goods to register, which is different.
Again, now are they sharing the same EIN or do they all have separate EINs?
They have separate EINs.
Then it's exactly what I said. These are all separate companies under a corporation. This is just a founding corporation.
But it's the same tax structure because it's all funneled into the same company.
Correct.
So, for example, my DBA, Kalaj Dame, I get a separate EIN, but that EIN still gets filed under Reginald Sims.
Correct.
So it's still technically me. It's just publicly it appears to be two different things.
Correct. And this is the way, like when I'm dealing with artists, I tell them to register their name. Don't get an EIN. Register your name so that you have that. Trademark your name.
Right.
Start an entertainment company. There's where your LLC comes in. That's what you insure. Employ yourself from your entertainment company as an employee.
Right.
So when DJ Chevy calls you and wants to book you to do a show, I'm calling your entertainment company. I'm hiring your entertainment company. Your entertainment company is sending you. Okay?
Right.
Now, you get on stage, girl loses her mind, tries to jump up on stage, she falls back, breaks her neck. You, the artist, can't get sued.
Right.
The venue's going to get sued. The promoter's going to get sued. The person who built the stage is going to get sued. And this company's going to get sued. But you being on stage
won't get sued.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is why you hold your insurance and everything on the corporation,
on the company,
not you individually.
So
I'm like, oh, that's like,
I get it. Backpedal a little bit.
Go.
We was on the Groundhog DJs. Is that not a thing anymore?
It is a thing. So let me explain. It is a thing.
Mm-hmm.
The one thing about it is working with DJs. DJs are the wide receivers they're the DBs of football. Like, it's about them. It's literally about them.
Right.
That's why I said when you're working, like, he has everything to lose. He plays the wrong song. Everything's on him. So they tend to have personalities in that way.
Mm.
So to get them to work together in
like
a collective,
Figure I should say it.
Okay. It is. And you know what I mean? Like, the one thing about me, I don't know anything but team. That's all I ever played. That's all I know. Like I said, being the oldest, having a large family. My mother is one of 7. My father is one of 22. Like, I don't know anything about, I know about being individually responsible, but I don't know anything about moving on my own, because I've seen way too much success at utilizing your gifts, his gifts, her gifts, for us all to collectively get to one place.
Right.
Yeah, when you get diva personalities in the same space and tell them about how, we should be working together, it tends to. Now, I'm not going to get into the hot takes of it. I think you're asking me for a reason, but I'm not going to get into the hot takes of it. But at the end of the day, I'm still me.
Yeah, so my point, not necessarily to get hot takes. I definitely never do the drama. I don't want to split up or cause any issues. Like I said, we play cousins.
Right.
My thing is basically, like, is it still a thing that the audience can support?
It's still a thing. And my rebrand of it as of 2026 as we're the record breakers. Like, I'm really not interested in industry. Like, we do that because we have to. We do that but our first priority, if you are not a DJ interested in breaking independent artists or, putting records out there to help people, you can't wear this.
I dig it.
You can't wear this because, you know what I mean? Like, this thing has been watered down so far that you're all celebrated jukeboxes with minimal skill sets. So for me, if we have to be reduced to something, let's be reduced to we're the people that play music that you may or may not like, but at least you're hearing it.
Right. Okay, so we got DJ Chevy, started in 82, 83. This advocate for community.
Yes.
Get it from your mama.
Yeah.
that grown man from stepdad.
Right.
That speaks with this authority, that's now driving in this lane of, community for Pittsburgh hip hop.
Correct.
We get to Pittsburgh Hip Hop Coalition, 412 Coalition. What was first of all, what is it for audience that don't know? And what was your goal and failure?
So specifically that coalition, the goal was to, first of all, get us to see our collective power.
When you say who
the hip hop community
in Pittsburgh.
Yes.
Okay.
So like I had thrown out there and expressed to some folks, I'm like, yo, do you understand? Like, if everyone in our scene, no matter what your status is, no matter what your income level is, no matter what it is, if we all, because I think at the time Homewood was on a really, really low, Wilkinsburg's been on. I said, if we all move to one town, use New Ken. We all move to this one place. Do you understand how much power we have as a community?
Mm-hmm.
Like, you literally have to look bigger than just the music. I'm talking about physical bodies. We got carpenters. We have engineers. We got, just because you do hip hop doesn't mean you don't have a worldly skill set. So if we look at each other for what we are actually, you know what I mean? Like, on top of that, and collectively put that in a place and govern ourselves, bro, this is a crazy community.
So that was the idea, like building
the 412 Coalition was just to be able to get everyone in one place so that they could see who we are. If you only stay on your block and your street and you stay in your neighborhood and you think this is Pittsburgh hip hop and you never go to it, and that's why still our history is so fragmented, because people really believe that their understanding is the only understanding.
Right.
Being a DJ, I've been fortunate enough that I'm good in every hood. I've been to Northview. I've been to Burns Heights. I've been, I forget what it is, Aliquippa. I've been, the little spot in New Kent, like everywhere, bro.
Right.
I'm good. So I get to see who's good at this and who's good at that. So when you, as a chess player, when you see all the power of each one of these pieces, you keep wondering, how come we keep losing these games? It's impossible that we're losing only because we haven't looked at our own pieces.
I get it.
We keep looking at other places like, oh, they got that. Like, turn around and look at what you have.
Mm-hmm.
How can you say the city doesn't have anything when you don't even utilize what's here?
So how did that work out?
It didn't. It didn't. And I'm still to this day pressing that same button. It didn't. And the reason why it didn't is, again, even when you met me, do you realize the age gap?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, I'm bringing a concept
at the time I didn't.
Right, now you do. Like, at the concept, I'm bringing an adult concept to people that ain't been out their house 3 years.
I'm not sure if I'm remembering correctly, but I feel like at some point in time you had events, maybe meetings. There was like I came to see you one time at the studio spot, the place on
Square One.
Yeah, Square One. That's it, in Braddock. So the 412 Coalition had like meetings and gatherings at Square One.
Always held them, bro. Like, consistently, I've held gatherings, meetings. Over the last 2-3 years, I've put on music conferences. Before that, like, I had weekly meetups at restaurants where people could come play their music and get feedback. I have done every single thing a human can do to help artists in the city. And
I guess the divisive and independent, selfish nature of a lot of individuals. Ignorance.
The ignorance. Lack of knowledge.
You'd say that's what contributed to like the 412 Coalition and other
lack
attempts.
Of knowledge. And unrealistic expectations. You want to swallow one pill and lose 40 pounds.
Yeah.
It don't work like that.
It does today. Well, at least swallowing the pill part does.
You know what I mean? Like, it just doesn't work. Like, it.
I get it.
I'll use this one. So when I was a kid, one of my favorite cartoons is Speed Racer. Speed Racer came on at 3:00. I got out of school at 2:40. So I had a 20-minute damn near run. 15 minutes to get to the house, get my book bag off.
You was Mach 5 to get to the crib.
Bruh. And if I missed that, bruh, oh my God. Like, still right now in my house are pops of the Racer X. Like, that's my thing. I didn't know that was anime until I got grown.
Yeah.
That's anime. So long story short, I had to get my stuff together, school, get home, and establish with my mom. I did my homework after I watched. She would let me because, you know what I mean? Like, because she was home, get your homework done. Ain't no TV, ain't no nothing. But this is when it comes. Like, you know what I mean? Like, so she was like, all right, you got that, but you don't leave here until this work is done. So, boom. But if I didn't get there and get it, I missed it. There was no, I'll catch it on YouTube. There was no, like, I really feel like their work ethic has diminished because everything's so disposable. There's so much access. They don't understand. Like, even with my radio interviews and stuff, like even interviewing the artists, I let them know, hey, your interview is going to be on Friday at 8 o'clock. All right, well, what can I listen? No, it's Friday at 8 o'clock. And then I'll rebroadcast it on Wednesdays. That's it. Like, there is no catch it on YouTube. There is no, like, we did this. You want people to tune in and catch it.
Yeah.
If they don't catch it, but that's it. Like,
Yo,
they literally don't understand.
why that remind me of Battle of the Beats? If you got played on Friday at Whammo, there was no listen to it again.
Right.
You ran home,
right.
try to tune the signal in,
right,
so you could listen to your jam, have your tape recorder ready.
Bingo.
Bro.
Like, it, in that sense, a value has to come back. This is why everything is the way it is.
Okay.
This is why you're okay with people giving you a fraction of a penny for your music.
Wait. So, give you some pushback, just a little bit.
Let's go.
What do you say to the people that say that's just the old way? Like, we ushering into something completely different from what it used to be. And I get, this isn't my opinion, but just pushback. I respect the older way of doing things, and, you know, radio, play once, that's it. But this new way that's coming in, you know, even including the AI and all this other stuff, it's just a new way. It's completely different. Like, at one point in time, we had horses and carriages.
Correct.
And flight wasn't a thing. Like, we changed.
We evolve.
Okay.
Here's what my problem is. Horses are still here. Just because you evolve, that doesn't mean you get rid of. That means, okay, there's a better...
Okay, but
there's more.
Horses are still here, but...
And people still ride
At
them.
one point in time...
They were the only
form of transportation that everyone was privy to. Now, there are communities, areas that probably have never seen a horse outside of maybe the zoo in their life.
Correct.
So, like, you know...
But can you go backwards? Like, when I DJ, like, anybody asks, I start them on vinyl, bro. If you can go up, you can go back. Yes. But if you've never gone, like, you're done.
Yeah.
So now you're a victim of convenience. So if I cut that convenience off, I got you.
Why does that need to matter to some people?
Survival.
Okay. And I gotta push back on this only because I'm just like you. So just for clarity, I'm like right here, right?
Yeah, like, again, there's nothing wrong with a difference of opinion. Like,
no.
Yeah.
Like, I argue the same things with people all the time. So, you know, you and I are both fishermen, right?
Yes.
Where one of my complaints with the current generation is y'all don't know how to genuinely feed yourselves anymore. No one knows how to hunt. No one knows how to fish. The conversation of like women saying, "Oh, you want me to cook? Why don't you build a house?" Generally, yeah, we don't know all the trades, but if I need to build me a shelter out of some wood, generally a man could do that back in the day. This whole idea of like, I have friends and family members that are like, I don't need to fish. I don't need to learn how to fish. I don't need to learn how to hunt to do these things. And I'm like, well, I mean, yeah, we're not going to have a zombie apocalypse, but World War III or whatever, why don't you want to know? Like, for survival, be prepared just in case. You never know. And the answer I always get is, like, this is society now. We're in this, AI technology. This is life for us, and we're not going backwards. So my question for you on a pushback is, what do you say to those people that just believe this is life and there's no need for those old-timey ways of doing things?
You're correct. And I keep it moving. You're correct.
But what's your real answer?
No, that's my real answer. You're correct.
Okay.
And I keep it moving. Because I'm not a religious person, I'm a spiritual person.
Mm-hmm.
John the Baptist was in the wilderness for how many years telling people Jesus was coming?
Mm-hmm.
People thought he was crazy. People thought he was insane.
Mm-hmm.
People thought a whole lot of stuff. We go. Just because they refuse it doesn't mean you're incorrect. It's not correct for them.
Okay, so I mean, think about the doomsday preppers, right?
Yes, I definitely 100% watch, pay attention to all of that. Reason being is because what is wrong with preparing?
Nothing. From my perspective, nothing.
Preparing. Now, the delusional part that everybody's out to get you and, it's going to start, like, I'm not into that because then I'm living in a state of fear. Being prepared is not fearful. It's preparing.
Right.
Just in case. My dad used to always say for me, prepare for war in a time of peace.
Yeah.
You don't get ready to fight somebody in the fight.
So like a emergency fire drill.
Correct.
I get it.
That's all it is. But people take the second that you say something that's uncomfortable or inconvenient, now they want to push back.
So it almost feels to me, and I would say I'm probably like a generation younger than you, but it almost feels to me like even though I'm a generation younger, I was still in that timeline of we were prepared for shit. We had the emergency broadcast system.
Bruh, your neighbor had a key to your house.
I don't know if my neighbor had a key.
Like, you know what I mean? Like,
but yeah,
people that live next to us, Mr. and Mrs. Avino, had a key to our house.
Yeah.
So just in case something went wrong,
yeah, exactly.
I left my book bag at school. You know what I mean? Like, I could go next door. Hey, you know what I mean? And God's honest truth, they would let us in and then take the key back. Like, you know what I mean? Like, because that's what we were neighbors. We were play cousins. We were extended family.
Right.
So
that's
I took their trash out. Like, you know what I mean? Like,
my mind keeps going back to when I first started to try to take rappers under my wing and not just produce for them, but more like coach them.
Mentor them. Correct.
Mentor. And the whole idea, for me, lyric writing is, and writing songs, like there's so many different aspects to it, but
It's an art form.
It's an art form, but it's also like a skill. Like there's so many technicalities to it, like that you have to practice. You have to understand, different type of syllables, different rhyme schemes, breathing. Like there's so many different things that go in that, where
right now these kids would laugh at you if you brought all of that up.
Right. And when I'm trying to teach somebody, or when I was, they like, yo, why are you trying to Mr. Miyagi me? Like, just let me do my thing.
And here's the part that's interesting. Okay. If you were Lil Wayne doing it, they'd be sitting there taking notes.
Right.
If you were Kendrick Lamar doing it, or J. Cole doing it, or their favorite rapper doing that, they'd be taking notes.
And that's where, when I mentioned earlier, like, do you know this man's resume? Like, when it comes to scheduling the interviews and stuff, where I'm like, you may look at it like I'm nobody, but if you knew half my resume, you wouldn't be acting like that.
Where my problem is, in the era that I grew up, I was taught you can learn something from everyone. Whether it's the right way to do it or the wrong way to do it.
Right.
But don't ignore or don't throw out the lesson.
So that whole narrative of when people say, like, if you haven't experienced it, like, if you ain't rich, don't tell me how to get rich. Or if you haven't experienced it, you never been married before, don't tell me about my relationship. Like,
the part that's so interesting to me, bro, like, when, like, I get, well, if he knew so much, why is he still here?
Yeah, exactly.
I get that all the time, pimp. And it's just like, y'all don't even realize how many opportunities I turned down. I don't have to be here. I'm choosing to be here so that someone can tell you the truth that cares about you.
I think the bigger statement is possibly, where is here? Because as far as what they believe an accomplishment is or success is, I may not actually be here. Like, you see me.
Right, you see me.
But I'm not here.
Correct.
But you think, like, here with you in the same, we're not.
I've had some of my peers say, bro, you don't get the respect that you should get because you're too accessible.
Yes.
People can call you.
Yes.
Yeah. Well, they can't call these people. Right. And these people don't give a shit about them either. They don't want them to be on the same level as them. That's why they don't have access to them.
If things never change, if this is the energy, if you never find that perfect solution to get inside the heads of the youth and help usher them into the enlightenment, if this is always the repeated cycle for the rest of DJ Chevy's time on Earth, are you happy with that?
Yes. I woke up this morning and I value every single breath, bro. I'm super happy with my life. People that love me, I love them. I have amazing children. I have some of the coolest family members ever. Yeah, my life is good. My life is super, super good. So all of these things that I do or little whatever, it's because I choose to, not because I have to.
So, like, these are the things that bring meaning into DJ Chevy's life.
We have this thing in our family, you die empty. What was the point of me going through all of this and collecting all of this to die with it?
Yeah.
You die empty.
Huh.
You give. That's why, like, I do like social media in that sense, now that they kind of switch some things up. Like, bro, if you really want to know how to move or navigate independent music, all you gotta do is watch my lives. I've left enough breadcrumbs here.
Yo, I was speaking. Matter of fact, I had an interview yesterday. Homie of mine that I'm asking him, like, what do you do? What are your successes? He's just like an average Joe, average guy. Nothing. And I'm like, hobbies, like anything? He's like, oh, well, I got this Facebook page. I'm like, come on, bro, everybody got a Facebook page. So eventually through the conversation, I pull it out from him and he's like, oh yeah, I get, hundreds of thousands of views a month and I get paid $500 a month from it. The most I got paid was like $4,000 in 1 month. And the way he's describing it is like it's nothing. I'm like, bro, you literally have accomplished what most people are trying to get to. And all he does, he uses AI, but all he does is it's like one of those faceless pages where he's posting content. And he's such a hip hop head, he refuses to do anything satire or trickery, anything like that. No hype posts or nothing. He's posting about, Nas and Rakim and Mobb Deep, stuff like that. But it made me think, like, just in general, there's so many avenues, so many lanes, like with this AI and with the monetization of, ad revenue sharing and stuff like that. Just social media in general, there's so much more opportunity now that I feel like people just aren't creative enough.
Everybody has a role. Everybody has a role. Would we be creating entertainment if there was nobody to entertain? Everybody has a role. There's some people that are just there to indulge in it, like to receive it.
Wait, hold up. Don't skip past that. That's an extremely relevant question.
What?
Would we be creating entertainment if there was
nobody to
create for? Like,
no, here's the part that's interesting. Like I said, if I never got paid to DJ and nobody ever wanted me to DJ for them, I'm happy DJing and I like this experience. It's painting to me. It's poetry to me. I like to work with sonics.
And you'll do that in your living room.
The day I die.
Without broadcasting. Without recording,
the day I die,
just hours just sitting.
I love doing it, and that's what made me understand gaming. Because I could never understand why you want to sit in front of a TV and play a game. I couldn't understand it. And my girl was like, "So how long did it take you to EQ that snare? How long did it take you to make that beat? How long?"
Yeah.
And I was like, "Okay, I get it." You know what I mean? Like, because to sit and play a video game mindless and get, okay, so you won the hoop game.
No.
No, what? It wasn't real. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I didn't understand because, and what I said to her, even when I do all that, at the end of it, I have a product.
Right.
I have something.
Right.
At the end of the game, what do you have?
Nothing but lost time.
And that's what I couldn't, but if that's your passion, then that's your passion. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
If that's your passion, then that's your passion. And we deal with that. But yeah, like I feel like if it's truly, and I tell my kids the same way, if you gotta pick a career, do something for the rest of your life, think about it this way. What is something that you would do 6 days a week, 12 hours a day, and not get paid for it? I'll give you 1 day rest. You can get 1 day off. But 6 days a week, 12 hours a day, but you're not getting paid. What would you do? I don't care how silly it is. What would you be okay with doing?
You know what? I actually have been doing that as a thought experiment for a long time. And initially, I thought it was engineering. Engineering is maybe a close second. This is literally what I would be doing. Like me and you sitting here having this conversation. I love to learn. Like I love to hear people's backstories, information. Teach me something. Let me tell you what I think is true, what I believe, and you tell me why I may not be accurate, or what's your perspective? What's your culture? What type of food y'all like? Like all of these conversations, let's just have a conversation.
Let's just be human.
And that's literally what turned this into, from me telling my wife, I just want to have a conversation with someone and film it. Not for a podcast, not to release, not to put on social media. I just want to record conversations. Like, it's just interesting to me. And that turned into, why not do a podcast? Because people are making money from it, and this is what I love doing. Like, me and my wife, we sit at the edge of our bed during, like, watching TV. We'll watch, like, Married at First Sight and, what's the other one? Love is Blind, all those different shows, we pause the TV and talk and just have long conversations.
So this is an angle. I'm going to get this to you. What you do with it, you do with it.
Uh-huh.
You know what I think would be a great venture for you?
What's that?
Families.
What you mean?
So hypothetically, you go to a family and you do this just inside the family. And then you give it to them. So you sit down with grandma, you sit down with grandpa, you sit down with and you just literally let them all, because I guarantee you, this cousin don't know this about this. You're giving them their history just in interview form. They may not talk to each other like that, but by you they go and find out that grandma loved snowballs when she was a kid.
So,
but they would never ask her. Like, you
know what?
Literally, bro.
Hold on.
Literally.
Check this out.
Go.
So that is great. I love it. I've actually thought about doing that for my own family. Mm-hmm. Your take on it, other people's, like families in general. I hear $1 billion idea, right? Mm-hmm. But at the same time, me being a business person, I also hear, fuck, I don't want to do that work.
I feel you 1,000%. I feel you 1,000%. Maybe, you know what I mean? Like, I don't know. Maybe you Zoom call. But at the end of the day, one of my biggest problems is we're so outwardly that we forget who we are as a unit. Yeah. So you had brought up something earlier, and I'm trying to tap back into it, but my thought was, yeah, but what about us? Like, I can't remember what you said, and it's like, it was more on the lines of like, yeah, that's great to do for other people, but what about us? Like, we don't really have a accurate understanding about ourselves.
Was that when I was talking about like me and my homie, we trying to reach the goal, but we never like take the time to consider each other for attention. So like for my business, I want attention. I want, exposure. And my homie, maybe he got a rap career or something. He's trying to get exposure. But the idea of us paying attention to each other.
Correct. Yeah. Maybe that was it. I can't remember, but like that was a huge thing for me. Like, it was the internet and all of that stuff. Mm-hmm. Like, yeah, all of this is there, and dude developed this site and all these people. But at the end of the day, like, that's really disconnecting us.
Yeah.
Bro, right now, the average artist wants 10, 20, 30,000 people to come listen to him. But if you put them in a room and said, you have to talk to all 30,000 of these people, they don't want to do it.
Wait, what you mean by that?
These artists, I'm generalizing, yes. Mm-hmm. But the vast majority of the people that I run across either don't have the personalities or have even the desire to interact with humans face to face. They do not, like,
yes.
People will come up to me. Oh, Sel, I'm trying to get your contact. We trying to work, blah, blah, blah. What's your IG? Take my phone number, dude. What if they shut Instagram down? Like, why are y'all so, like, this is why I'm getting off social media doing business. Like, I will not do business on social media. I'll meet you, but if you want to do business with me, it's through email.
What about the people that don't respond? Have you experienced that?
What do you mean?
People that are talking about business, like Facebook. They're on Facebook saying, I'm doing this, I'm doing that. Contact me for this. Help me out with this song. Come check out my event. Like, they're conducting business on Facebook. You send them a message with an opportunity and they don't even read it. Like, there's no red receipt. over an extended amount of time. They're not checking their messages.
They're in the way, bro. They're in the way. Like this clout thing and for the gram thing got them.
Yeah.
And what I noticed is a lot of times my stuff goes unanswered because they know I'm serious about what I'm talking about. And they really playing. Yeah. And they don't want to get into...
That's the thing. Not being ready.
Like, not ready.
That
I have people that tell me, bro, I got this thing I'm working on. I just want to get it right for you.
So
how you going to get it right for me if I ain't heard it and help you get it right?
So I got to give you some pushback on this.
Go.
So me having this podcast, again, I use it as a frame of reference because it's tangible.
Right.
Where it's not out yet. Our premiere date is January 3rd. Right?
Okay.
I did not start booking for interviews outside of my very close inner circle until I had an interview already. So first I went to my close inner circle of people I knew extremely personally on a day-to-day basis and said, yo, let me interview you. I did that because I needed a tangible body of work so that I could then branch out and go to my close associates that I don't deal with on a day-to-day basis. Excuse me. So like contacting you. When I contact you, yes, Chevy is my man. That's my dude. But Chevy is about his business at the same time. If I say, Chevy, I ain't got shit, I just want to come talk to you, of course you probably do it anyways just because we on that level.
Right.
But at the same time, if I have something tangible to give to you, I feel like personally that makes it mean so much more. And that opens your eyes up a little bit more like, okay, he's moving now. Like, and that brings meaning to the interaction. So for me, it's like, I wanted to contact 50, 60 people before I had that test pilot episode and say, I'm doing a podcast. I need you in. I need your help. But at the same time, life has shown me that I've cried wolf so many times. And maybe it's not a thing. Maybe it's just something I made up in my own mind inside where it's like, hey, I'm doing something big over here that never materialized into nothing. So I have that excitement, that anxiety of, oh my God, I need to tell somebody. I need to tell everybody I'm doing something. Like, yo, I need 3-4 weeks from now when I get paid and I buy this camera, I'm going to need you to interview with me. And I want to tell you that right now. It's like trying to bottle up an explosion to hold that in, to wait until I actually have the money and the camera and the lease studio space to say, okay, I'm ready. Come on so I can interview you. So I feel like it's probably a little bit of self-control in there or lack of self-control to say, Chevy, I need you on this. And then when you call them on, okay, well, what is it? Oh, well, hold up because I'm not ready yet. You get what I'm saying? Like, kind of like them trying to balance that excitement of wanting to bring you in, but I shouldn't have said anything because I'm not ready yet.
And really, to be honest, in my experience level, I'm excited that you're excited. Let me know when you need me. Like, you know what I mean? Like sometimes we kind of overthink things. Like, I'm excited.
But
you're
this
excited.
Is you.
Right.
This isn't everybody.
Right. I agree.
I mean, and just from my own experience, I mean, you are a breath of fresh air in contrast to dealing with some other people that's just like, you only got one shot for some of these people. No matter how close of friends you think you are, there's some people that are so selfish, it's like you have to make it appear like...
Because they're doing it for what they can get out of it.
But that's business.
No.
No. I'm not saying, let me correct this.
Yeah.
I'm not saying that's how business is conducted. I'm saying when you conduct business, if there's someone that's like that has something that you need or something beneficial, then like there's going to be times where you have an opportunity of crossing that bridge. And if you know how to navigate it, it could be a good thing for you in dealing with people like that. That's why we read books like the Robert Greene, not Robert Greene, that was Sun Tzu, Art of War, and Robert Greene, 48 Laws of Power and stuff like that. Because
I've never read either one of them.
No?
No. Never read either one of
That
those.
doesn't surprise me, the type of person you are.
Never read either one of those. And the reason being is my strategy isn't a strategy. It's just being genuine.
And
because it's never going to switch up. It's never going to change. If you like me, you like me.
Right.
If you don't like me, you don't like me. And whatever it is, it's not going to change.
I think ultimately that is A-okay. That is, like, at the end of the day, as long as, like you said, you could live and die as this image of DJ Chevy, as Jeff, this is who you are.
This is really
you're happy with that. And at the end of the day, that's all that matters, right? I think a lot of times we try to push our understanding and narrative off on other people. Like, I live like this, so you should live like this. Like, people try to tell me all the time, I give too much the benefit of the doubt, or I help people too much, or I let people off too easy because I'm not petty. I don't believe in being petty under any circumstances 9 times out of 10, unless you push me to the point to where it's like I'm filled with rage and I just want to be petty. But outside of that, I always want to help, and I'm always open for it. People, they flip up, why don't you do this? Or why would you help that person? They selfish, this and that. I'm like,
I help people that don't like me.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, literally, I know you don't like me. It's been told to me you don't like me, and I'm still going to do it because that's my position. That's my job. I understand that.
And at the end of the day, that's as long as you're happy with it. And I mean, same way with me. I'm happy with it. So there's this, I guess, a common understanding of there's people that feel like I'm going to do unto you as you do unto me. Or, like the 48 laws of power type deal.
I've adopted one thing. I will say that, and I've done my best, and it really kind of goes against my nature, but I've had to learn to do it. I support who supports me. That's it. I will only support who supports me.
That's a good part of the conversation. Do I need to support?
Do you need? Yes.
As your homie, right? As your homie, and not just I know DJ Chevy, as Reginald and Jeff,
right?
Do I need to support what DJ Chevy is doing? Like, do you feel that way?
Okay. So let me clarify. I'm here having a conversation with you.
Right.
We know each other personally. We know each other professionally. In support of what you're doing.
Right.
Okay. You have been in support of me, sharing posts, sending music. Like, so yes, if I wasn't getting any type of what I view as support from you, no, I'm not coming, bro. We cool, but I'm not coming. Because at the end of the day, if your mom told you she loved you all the time, well, excuse me, if your mom told you she loved you Sundays at 4:00, that's the only time she told you. Could you believe that? No.
Sunday at 4.
Sunday at 4, that's the only time you tell me, and that's the only time you do. So, no, you don't really love me. I hear the words come up, but your actions don't prove it.
Right.
Over the years, your actions have proved that you support what I'm doing.
Right.
So why wouldn't I come support what you're doing?
So I guess the conversation shifts then to what is support, because, and I'm thinking of the conversation before I actually state it, but the independent artists in the city, when they think about or when they talk about their
it's selfish
run, and they're like, I'm not getting the support.
It's selfish.
They're selfish for saying they're not getting the support.
I'm explaining why it's selfish. Once again, they want to be on stage with 10,000 people in the stands listening, but they won't interact with those 10,000 people off that stage. It is self-serving. I want you to do this. Like, they've even gotten to the point where they want you to support them the way they want you to support them.
So, okay. You're a rapper. I listened to your song. I clicked like on it. You know, I played it and had my thoughts about critiques about it or whatever. And not really my cup of tea. You know, close out the page, done.
You support it.
So you as an artist, you go on, you know, online on Facebook, yo, my homies, why don't y'all share my work? And I'm like, why would I share?
I listen to it. I hit like to acknowledge that I listened to it.
Mm-hmm.
It's not something that I like. The like is letting you know that I took the 3 minutes or 2 minutes and 8 seconds to listen to it.
Right.
It's not for me. Why would I then give that to somebody else if I didn't like it? Unless I'm absolutely aware that this is their vibe. If it fits their type of vibe, then yeah, I'm going to let them know about it. But if I know for a fact this is not something that I like, support, why would I then share it to somebody else? You don't. Be realistic. If you got some food that was nasty, ooh, this is you don't give it to your wife and go, ooh, you try. Like you like, nah, this shit ain't cool. I wouldn't. You may or may not, but I'm not going. Now, if you want to take something off and try it, that's fine. But I am not going to take this fork and hand this to you because I don't like it.
Yeah.
They don't understand that when it comes to music. And then they get bitter because it's like, oh, I'm not getting the support. I'm not getting. Here's what it really is, bro. People know you well enough to know they can't be honest with you and tell you this shit sucks. So they just be quiet. I'm the one that cares about you enough to tell you to your face, like, this ain't it, bro.
Is there anyone that you can't tell this shit sucks? Because
in my status, no.
Well,
and that's no, because everybody knows me for that.
But art
like
is
I'm
subjective.
Gonna be honest with you.
But art is subjective. Like to say this shit sucks versus I don't like it is two different statements, right?
Two totally different. Because when I say it sucks, I'm talking technically.
Okay.
I'll give you my opinion, and then I'll give you professional opinion. I'll give you fact. There's 3 different things for me. Fact is, this is 32 bars. You didn't say anything the first 8. The hook was 8. So we down to 16.
Okay, as far as hip hop, I give you that. But what if it's like a Who Let the Dogs Out? Old Town Road. Like one hit wonder.
We still talking about music. We still talking about music.
But
right?
I mean, like not really saying anything is.
We're talking about music. So the first thing I got to do is look at it technically. Is it technically sound? Okay, that's the first.
So we talking about like engineering of it.
Engineering, even the process. Well? Like you have a beat and a hook, and the hook is about buying a new car.
Okay.
About buying this new car. It's about the new Benz that came out, the new Benz. So that's the hook. The first 4 bars is you shooting somebody in the face. You didn't even say the concept, bro.
Yeah.
Like, I don't care how tough those bars are. The concept of the song is this thing, and you're not on concept. They want you to listen, but they don't want you to listen. They want you to listen like vibe. They don't want you to listen technically. Your rhyme scheme is off. You went A, B, B. Where did you go? Like, this is not correct.
But at the same time, like, I feel like if I had listened to Chief Keef, if Chief Keef, before he blew up, if he was the dude down the street, and brought that song that blew him up to me and said, listen to this, tell me what you think, I would want to throw it out my window, like, get the shit out of here.
Now, is that a personal preference or is that technically? Because Blueface is offbeat and there's no way in the world that should have ever got, like,
that's what I'm saying.
Like, it's offbeat, bro.
Okay.
There's no, but again.
Blueface, Silk the Shocker.
Right. But this was done on purpose. Like, then you got to understand agenda. This was done on purpose. Because if we can devalue this and we can basically undermine it, then it has no real power.
Right. Okay. So pushing a little bit further into that. AI. Suno with the Timberlands
bro.
stuff.
Listen.
Can AI save those people? Well, first, what do you think of AI?
Okay. So the first thing that I want to put out there is let's not get into this old shit. I despise when you bring things up and it's because you're old. Like, no.
Mm-hmm.
All right. I think AI is amazing.
Mm-hmm.
I think some of the things that this whole thing can do is utterly amazing, bro.
Mm-hmm.
It is. Kind of like the microwave. It's doing something to you gradually, and you don't even realize it.
So, that just...
I got one thing.
I
got
agree.
one thing.
Go ahead.
I got one thing. Okay. This is going back kind of early conversation. You don't even realize it.
Yeah.
Okay. As adults,
Mm-hmm.
you and I both lived in a house without a microwave.
Yes.
Okay. My daughter's 11.
Mm-hmm.
She don't know nothing about making popcorn on a stove.
Bro.
Wait. She don't know nothing about making popcorn on a stove. Now, that's not a big deal.
Mm-hmm.
But what is developed right now is saying you don't have to think for yourself. Just come to this box. It'll give you all the answers.
It's literally... And so the previous interview I sent you, Jessica, she said the same exact thing. Atrophy.
You don't have to think. You don't have to imagine anything. You don't have to use that muscle in your skull for anything.
Yeah.
For me, personally, who had to go to the library, understand the Dewey Decimal System, who had to, go to my grandparents' encyclopedia and pick out a book and do a book report for my grandfather, not a school.
Yeah.
A woman who would make me take small articles, paragraphs out of the newspaper to work on my handwriting. I would have to write out the article for my penmanship.
Right.
Prepared me to think, then go outside. They throw you a Tonka truck, they give you, now I got a work site and I'm digging up my ground. Like, we had to use our heads. We had to be like, it really doesn't, we understand the difference. But a child born today is never going to be asked to think.
Yes.
Thinking is going to be a learned skill.
And I guess that ties back into what we were talking about before, with the hunting and fishing and stuff we were saying, where
both you and I can go outside, stand in a spot, look for the sun, and be able to almost tell what time it is. We close.
Yeah.
We can get within a half hour. I know we can.
Yeah. Yeah. I think that when you present the conversation like that, where we say we can look at the sun and be able to tell what time it is, or if I'm hungry and I'm in a wild, I can feed myself. When you frame the conversation like that to this newer generation, it's like, whatever, we ain't never going to be in that type of situation. But when you frame the conversation like, we're now seeing the baby signs, like the early results of people not being able to think for themselves.
Right.
Just from putting, cell phones and social media in the hands of the young kids.
Bro, I want you to think about something. They say that, but at least 1 to 2 movies a year show the exact opposite. They always giving you some doomsday, end of the world type shit to watch.
Yeah. I mean, we might be getting there someday.
But my whole point is, if we're so far off, why do they keep creating entertainment and propaganda to show you
I mean,
at some point,
I feel
you
like
may need basic ass skills.
I feel like that might be a rabbit hole a little bit because, like, if you follow the dollar, that's a booming industry.
Oh, 1,000%. But once again, I'm saying to you, that's weird to me.
Okay, so let's talk about the not necessarily the good stuff about this AI, like Suno and music and stuff.
Okay. I think it's cool to a certain extent. So I'll explain why I say good. In my heart, I'm a producer. In my heart, if I could play what I hear, bro, if I could play what I hear, I don't have the dexterity. My brain and my fingers will not, I don't have the patience to sit down and be taught. So the very first thing that I learned is that you can take audio and put it into Logic, and Logic will give you the MIDI. And I was like, huh. So I did it a couple times. I would use like solos, guitar solos, whatever, and they don't be super accurate, but it's close enough.
Right.
So now I build on from that. Then a company came out with this software that you could hook a microphone up to. And you could beatbox or you could hum, and it would give you the MIDI notes. And you take those MIDI notes, put them in, boom. Cool. Now it's like you can hum an idea into software and it'll create an entire full, like, bruh, like y'all doing too much.
Not even. Bro.
And then you don't own it.
What you mean?
So when you go to this software and you hum this little piece and it kicks you out this audio. If you have a paid account, then you have the right to use that audio in other things.
Right.
If you don't have a paid account, you don't own that. Okay. If you give it a concept for a song, but you don't put the lyrics in, you don't own that. Like there's so many loopholes in it. And now, if I'm not mistaken, last thing that I heard was what company is it? I can't remember. One of the streaming platforms. Over 80% of the audio music on their thing is AI generated.
Yeah. So last night, all right, rewind. I've recently been trying to think of ways to turn this podcast into a money-making machine somehow, right? And retired rapper, got hundreds of songs in the vault, a lot of which never came out. And people were talking about this, Suno and all these other AI and stuff. And I'm like, yo, my main issue, one of the main reasons why I retired is life got in the way. So my creativity is shot. I still get, music and stuff in my head. And I'm thinking, I could go through samples all day, consistently and not hear anything. Like I got crates of vinyl. I throw it on and don't hear nothing. A friend of mine, the interview I did yesterday, he tells me about the faceless streaming stuff, right? Not streaming, I'm sorry. Faceless page where he's putting out the content, making $500 a month. And it starts triggering in my head of, faceless content, my music through AI, which is basically new music, but all mine, when properly registered, I'm getting all the broadcast publishing, royalties. I'm also getting monetization. Yo, I had some hits that may sound a little bit dated. Let me plug them into AI and see what I could do. So last night I signed up for this AI account for music. And I'm playing with it. And finally, I clicked on, it's like a different version. So how they have like Chat GPT, like 2 or 3 or 4.
Right.
I clicked on the updated, like the most recent version. I typed in one of my biggest song lyrics into it and clicked generate. And the song that spit back to me was like, holy fuck. And instantly
was like
an explosion in my head.
You gotta be kidding me.
It was like this song that came out. I don't even know that I could have created this song, like on my own without AI. And it literally took less than a minute. I mean, outside of like just copy pasting the lyrics. Yeah. I took it a step further and I went to Chat GPT and I said, Chat GPT, this is how I feel about my wife. This is her name. I love her, so on and so forth. Write me some lyrics, include a chorus, an intro, and a bridge. Talking about me and my wife, how much I love her, and this is her nickname, and so on and so forth. Chat GPT wrote these lyrics. I took these lyrics, I put it in AI, and I went to the AI and said, I want a 70s soul feel. I want it to be a little bit upbeat. I want it to be dramatic, a lot of melody, and I hit create. And I went and played the song for my wife, and she's like almost in tears listening to it. And I'm like, the whole process of all of it may have taken 10, 15 minutes. Bro.
With no studio, with no beat bot, and this is why I'm saying to these independent artists, if you don't understand human connection, you guys are done.
So
if you can't perform, you're done.
What I will say though, my producer mind, as I'm doing all of this, is thinking, yo, I can create my own 60s soul samples
and chop them up. But again, like I said, where the problem comes in is now the legality of, did you put the lyrics in? Did you that's where, from what I'm paying attention to, the industry, if you're not in it, says it's okay for AI to assist you, but it can't be the sole creator.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay.
Because it pulls from other people as sources.
Because they're training their shit. Now for them, they're looking at it like, we got all these people's catalogs. We own all of these people. All we got to do is create fictitious artists and feed our own shit. We don't need humans. I ain't got to worry about nobody going to jail. I ain't got to worry about nobody dying. It's a money pit. And guess what? We are presently right now
digging our own grave
amongst some of the most uneducated listening in history.
Yeah.
They don't care.
Yeah.
They do not care. They do not care.
We are diluting the industry to the point, especially now with streams, $1,000 for 1 million streams. We're diluting the industry and the art.
Correct.
To the point where it's...
And especially our genre.
Yeah.
You're not getting, like, I haven't heard no, country artists being threatened by AI. I haven't heard, like...
Yeah.
It's rap. It's specifically rap and R&B that they want to annihilate.
Yeah.
You know how many households, like, just think about it. Just literally, even at its worst, dude gets a deal, 100,000, 200, like, that's feeding his family. If you ain't got that, you ain't got no degree, you ain't got no sports skills, like, what are you gonna do?
Yeah.
But I'll go out here and live a hood life, which means you going to jail, which means they got you there. Like, this is all agenda, bro. Like, it really is. It gets big fast. And it's hard to have these conversations with a 23-year-old who thinks he's about to be the next Kendrick Lamar.
Now, and this is...
Or the next, little baby. Like...
What I tell these dudes all the time, and not even just dudes, but people, is, would you bet your life on a Powerball ticket? And 9 times out of 10, 10 times out of 10, they say no. Like, would you sacrifice your children, the time you're spending with your children, your job, your friends, your relationships on a Powerball ticket that you bought hoping to win? And when I explained to them, you have extremely similar odds to blow in music. Like you're doing the same exact thing as buying a lottery ticket.
If winning the lottery is the goal.
Exactly.
Now, if you are trying to have a job that you love and have a sustainable income for you and your family, that's a whole different route.
So I think, and I used to do this whenever I would try to pick up to sign new artists, like to my record label. The first question I would ask them is, what's their goal? Like, what do you want from this? Of course, I never got a clear answer. It was always, I want the fame, I want the money, and this and that. Then, you ask them, well, who?
I got a T-shirt on the way. It says, "Fame is not a career." Fame is not a career.
It's really, really, I don't know. It's hard to talk to the younger generation in a way that they understand when it comes to certain things. And I won't even say the younger generation. I'll say this specific culture of younger generation, because I know some younger generation people that are like efficient. You know what I mean? This whole idea that they can post music, a video on Facebook, and they're going to get enough views and plays to where it's just going to explode and they're going to be famous and be offered all types of opportunities and stuff. To me, that is another equivalent of buying a lottery ticket, right?
Delusion.
I guess, like, I don't want to take too much away from it, and there are exceptions. There are lottery ticket winners, we'll say.
In this field, that's done on purpose.
So, like, industry plants?
No, not industry plants. What I'm saying to you is, if I want you to keep standing in that corner and staring at nothing, and I have to put somebody in this corner that's staring at nothing, turn them around, and hand them $3 million.
So
I can have people standing in the corner all over this building. But if I give one of them $1 million, you'll stand in that corner too, because you're hoping.
So I see.
I'm going to spin you around because it's happened for one person. Now everybody else is wasting their goddamn life.
Yeah.
Everybody standing in the corner is wasting their life. You could have probably done 10 things that made you $100,000 a piece, and you'd have $1 million. No, you're going to stand in that corner and do absolutely nothing and hope and pray that I walk up to you, turn you around, and hand you.
Bruh, I feel like that kind of adds to the conversation, the conversation, the industry plant.
I think it's more agenda. When I think industry plant, truly, when I think about an industry plant, I think about a person being put in a situation that they didn't have a skill set for. You were put there to show that it's not about talent.
You think? See, I think, and not taking nothing away from your perspective, I look at it like people that are in the industry that have connections or whatever, and were brought in, like officially brought in, but were shown to the public as if they weren't, as if they just by happenstance stumbled into the game.
Oh, okay. And somebody was telling me this. I won't. There's no such thing as independent. That everybody that's even out here remotely acting like they're independent has received money on the back end from a label, has received support from, like, you know what I mean? Like, so there's no such thing as independent.
Even Tech Nine?
Right. And that person named him specifically.
Mm.
So my whole deal was this. I can't confirm or deny any of it. I take it, I file it away. Tech9 didn't tell me that. So
right.
Whoever's giving money to Tech9 didn't tell me that. Like, you know what I mean? Like, so if it's not a hands-on horse, I just hear it, file it away.
Right.
One of the big things that I noticed though is when we have situations where people are out here, you know, making some type of moves, getting some type of traction, they're coming.
Mm.
Now, I always looked at it as you have something, you've shown proof positive that it works. Now they want to come capitalize off you. And it literally is either your quote unquote, it was your goal the whole time, or maybe your situation, you know, family's in dire need or whatever case may be, but there's some level of desperation that allows you to justify giving all the work that you put in, surrendering it to somebody for a financial gain.
Yeah.
Okay. Would you accomplish or amass that same amount in the next 2, 3, 4 years? Maybe, maybe not. 5, 6, 7, maybe, maybe not. 8, 9, 10, maybe, maybe not.
Right.
But I guarantee you, they think you will. So they're selling you short now.
Mm.
If I'm willing to give you $1 million, brother, I think I'm gonna make 10 million off you.
Right.
And I can do it right now because I got 30 million sitting here.
Right.
Me giving you $1 million ain't hurting. But if I can give you $1 million now and know you're gonna make 10, I'm 9 to the good. And now I got 39.
What if it's the resources that can get you there to make that money? So like, for example, if I see, let's just say I see a local independent artist in Pittsburgh,
Mm-hmm.
right? And, you know, this artist, they have the look, they got the style, the tone, they're writing lyrics all day, every day. Maybe they're just rapping over some friend's beats or something.
Mm-hmm.
And you know, they're in the friend's basement, not really a good
Mm-hmm.
engineer, or they're uploading, you know, videos once every 3 or 4 months or something. Me, with my experience, my knowledge, my business sense, I know that I can put that person with the right people. I can put the right amount of money into them. I can teach them. I could set up a strategy, a campaign.
So here's a decision. What you're saying, and it's here.
Mm-hmm.
At that moment, you're going to decide whether you're going to assist or exploit, because it's two different things.
Okay.
It's two different things. A person who sees that and wants to assist, hey, bro, I got access to this person. I got access to this. I got access to this. Is really all you need.
Mm-hmm.
For that, I want 10%.
Right.
Because I need you to keep going. I know I'm going to make my 10%, and then I'm going to find somebody else to do it.
Right.
Exploit is, oh, I'm going to put you here. Don't worry about it. Just go over there, record, go down. I'm going to run a tab up on you and now say, I want 70%. You couldn't have done it without me.
Mm.
So you either are going to be assisted or exploited.
What do you feel about, God, and we like close to the end time,
Gotcha.
but I really want to know how you feel about this. Signing to someone locally that is not major.
Bro, I don't know if you remember this. It was a couple years back. You had local dudes signing 360 deals to local dudes.
Yeah. Like, okay. So
Are y'all first and foremost, how are you signing to anybody who's not giving you money?
I had some pushback on this.
Listen, if we're going to be industry, then we need to be industry all the way around. If we're going to be independent, then we need to be independent all the way around. But you can't pick and choose how, no. Well, first and foremost, if you are at a talent level where somebody feels like they want to be in control of your career, then they need to immediately upfront compensate you for that transaction.
You think?
Period.
What if it's okay? Got to come back to me.
If that's not the case, then you don't have a record label. You got a management group.
Okay.
And this is why I keep telling people, stop saying you have a record label. Because if you're saying record, that means you're funding the entire operation.
Right.
But if you have a management group, then you're providing opportunities for an artist and taking a percentage of what they're doing. Or they're paying you a flat fee, and then you do what you need to do for them to get to it. That's a management group.
So what if you're funding the operation as you go, you just don't have the money to put in their pocket up front? So, like, for example, if I have an artist.
Cool. If I take you in, I'm paying for you to go to this studio. I'm doing this. I'm doing that. I'm doing the other.
Yeah.
Our agreement is we're going to do this for a set amount of time.
Right.
When things come in, I'm immediately recouping what I spent.
Right.
I haven't made a dime off you.
Right.
I'm just recouping what I spent. Now, once I've recouped what I spent, now we talk about a percentage of how we're going to do it.
So
the recoup shouldn't even be a conversation. There is no possible way in the world an artist should even remotely think that a person doesn't deserve to recoup the money they've invested in you to get you here.
Right. So that's a record label. They're getting the money that they spent, right?
Correct.
But then you have a production company, which is more so we are creating the songs together.
The production company should be hired by the goddamn label. That's their cost, not the artist cost.
So would you agree that, we'll say early to mid 2000s, there came a point in time when the production company became almost like the center point in the major industry, where it was like the production company would go get the artists, have the artists underneath, and then shop themselves to try to either shop.
The production companies were middlemaning situations.
Right, but how do I explain it? Like, they would take the artist and either sell the artist as a package, or they would sell their company to the major and say, we have all of these artists.
Correct.
Give us money to put all of these artists out.
Correct.
Right? Someone doing that on a local level. Is that doable? I've tried. I've attempted.
I'm literally sitting here going through the scenarios that I could think of. You would technically be a management company with the asset of production. You know what I mean? Like, a management company would have to go out and get producers and or work with you having the skill set to be the actual production.
But what if you're not doing management stuff?
You being the person who's creating the soundscapes, having the artist, and now you want to move that over and navigate that to in the situation, then without a management aspect to it, just sell a record. You know what I mean? Like, there has to be some type of agreement between you and the artist. Because if not, the industry's coming after the artist.
Yeah. Skipping over you.
Right. They're skipping over you.
But that's why you should have paperwork on a local level.
Correct. Right? But now for an artist, for a label, you're in the way.
Yeah.
This is how we got separated from DJs.
Yeah.
They started separating the artists from the DJ because the DJs were older and knew better and wasn't going for the bullshit. The rappers were the kids.
Well, this is what I'm saying. Like, I guess what could be a benefit on a local level in signing with, your homie that has a studio. If your homie's beats is banging and he's smart, knows how to get you in the right places, he has a network of people. Correct. Maybe he ain't got no money, but you know that your homie has a lot of resources. Correct. Y'all should get some paperwork together.
Correct.
So that your homie feels a little bit more secure in that, working with you.
But now, here's how this goes though, is which one's the cart and which one's the horse? You understand what I mean? Like, because if I come to this situation, I'm hearing these records, I'm thinking artists. Yeah. I'm not thinking who's making the beats. Unless I got the artist I want. I like the beats. The hell with the artist. I need the production. And you're like, yeah, I'll do beats for you. You like, bro, I'm locked into a contract with you. I can't go nowhere, but you can sell beats without me.
Yeah. So that depends on the contract between the producer and the artist.
Right. That's what I'm saying. So like if we're a package deal all the way around.
Yeah.
So if you want beats from me, cool. Then you got to sign the artist that I got up under me. Mm-hmm. We come to an agreement and then you got to put out the artist. Okay, cool. Now, if they come after the artist, hey, okay, that's great. But I only work on beats that so if you're both going to be contractually connected and like really morally understand what you're trying to accomplish as a unit, then it works. But I'm telling you, the second one is going after it, bro, I got kids. Bro, I got my situation. You know what I mean? Like,
I dig it. Hey, man. It looked like
only a father will do a life bid and take a needle for his child or a mother. Other than that, bro, right now, if I got in some jam and they picked up my father and not me, he's going to ride. He's going to eat it.
Yeah.
He would take a needle in his arm before he would give me up. How many humans in your life? You know what I mean? Like,
only a father.
Only man on the planet that wants you to be better than him.
Yeah.
So I'm saying to you, when we get into these understandings and agreements, yeah, there's law, but none of that really means if morally you're not that type of person.
Right.
Hey, bro, we came together. You met me and I met you. We came to an understanding and we're both in the same place.
Right.
So if we both can't move, nothing moves.
Right. Right.
And we got to thug this out until we're in that position. And this is why you get certain people that really have done that. Mm-hmm. And you can't get in with them. They don't take outsiders. They ain't looking for new people because they built this off true fucking integrity.
Dude, I've tried. There's people right now. I'll say their name eventually when I tell the story. But there's people right now that have had a name and kind of have a name now that I've literally built up that work underneath me. That just like gone, left me for dead, basically.
Yeah.
That I won't say like literally left me for dead, but
bro, everybody on your ship can't swim.
Yeah.
So if it look like it's going down, they're mad at you. And if anything comes through, they're not helping you out that boat.
Yeah.
It's your fault it even sank.
It's crazy.
It didn't go the way you said it was going to go. Like, it's unrealistic. This is life. Shit happens.
Yeah.
But if we're going to thug it out together, then we're going to thug it out together.
Exactly.
Nah, it's not. Again, it's just, and again, like, this was early 90s.
Yeah.
This was, early 2000s. Now, well, please. If somebody say something out of... Jack Harlow has a song on one of his albums and it's super dope. We was cool until we wasn't. I can't remember what the name of the song is, but the whole concept, basically, we was gang until we wasn't. Like,
Yeah.
People will distance themselves, act like they didn't fucking know you if some shit jump off. There's very few people that have consistently been who they are. They're always going to be that way. On a personal level, bro, I'm fortunate. I got 3 dudes that I've been friends with my entire life. Mm-hmm. Like, one, I don't know myself without being friends with him. Like, my earliest understanding of myself, I was friends with him. So 3 of us have, from Tonka trucks to big wheels to Nerf footballs to, high school proms to like all. Now we talking retirements and grandkids. Like,
right.
It's just different.
That's dope.
Most of these kids don't have a high school career. You was cool with dude in 9th grade. Y'all don't even speak by 11th. One of y'all might be dead.
Yeah, that's the thing.
It's just a different time.
That's about our time.
My guy.
Right now, man.
We can go on, like, you know what I mean? Like,
this has literally been a dope ass interview, probably the best so far. Man, I appreciate it.
Amen. Genuine. That's all. Nothing but love, admiration. I'm on the other end of my phone anytime you need me. Yes, I'm always going to hit you about them songs and you get your ass back on the microphone. Like, that's the one thing about me. I don't let people, if you don't do nothing for nothing but you, bro, like, it's okay. Like, you know what I mean? Like, there's all that being a rapper, being a rap star, that's just out the window. I just want people to create.
I got something for you. I'm going to let you hear something. But DJ Chevy, play cousin, of course. Kalaj Dame, thank y'all for watching.
Late nights, real talks, turn the noise down. Welcome to Kalaj Dame. City lights, long days, heavy on the mind. Everybody talking, but they never take the time. Truth in my chest, I don't sugarcoat pain. If you sitting at the table, you gotta show your face. Conversations deeper than the surface, we've been shown. Ain't here to sell a dream, just to show you what I know. Every voice matters, every story got a way. If you living it for real, you gon' feel this pain. No scripts, no frames, just heart and time. If you listen close, you might change your mind. We don't argue just to win debates. We just shine a light where they hide the grave. It's the Kalaj Dame Podcast, where the real don't gotta broadcast. Every truth gotta pass. Every voice got a lane. It's the Kalaj Dame Podcast. Pull a seat, let the walls crack. If you ever felt unseen, you gon' feel your name. Yeah. From the block to the boardroom, same questions asked. Why we build so fast, we never heal the past. I don't play judge, I don't play role. I just let you talk while the story unfolds. Bridging gaps, they pretend they there. Men and women trying to meet halfway, no filter, but respect stay intact. If it hit too close,